you the date. I was like, oh. That it's not cool. And I said that it's okay. I told him it's okay. It's okay to be a mama's boy. Definitely ain't a daddy boy. Like, not extreme mama's boy. He won't let me have another kid. If I was to be like, oh, I'm gonna have another kid, remember la chingada. We're gonna keep his name. Let's take Steven out, leave Mateo. No, now he wants to leave his name, so we're gonna leave his name. First he wanted, what was that other name that you had told me?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do know that anime name.
No?
Yeah, it was, no, not Naruto. It was something, I forgot what you said, when we lived at the other house. What name was it? What name was it, Papa? Do you remember? Alright, go sideways like that. Oh. Taki Taki, where's Miss Sassy Attitude? Ahorita todavía va a llegar al ratito. Is because, fun fact that a lot of women don't know, but when you shave your like if you're gonna shave today and if you're gonna shave today and tomorrow you're gonna go get your pedicure, your pores stay open, right? Your pores stay open, and females don't know that sometimes you don't know if you're going to get an allergic reaction or a sort of burn with the ammonia that they use. And so to prevent all of that, you shouldn't shave your legs. So if you go prickly to go get your toes done, trust me when I tell you, it's normal, it's completely fine. It's just a lot of girls seem like, oh man, they're gonna see my legs prickly and da da da. And I want girls to like show up and like feel comfortable and be like, you know what, like it's just women, like it doesn't matter. Because I remember I used to go get my toes done y siempre había un guy and I'll be like, fuck, like nomás se quedan viendo, you know what I mean? And it's like, as a girl, you know your body, you know everything, and just some men are not educated. I don't want kids because fuck them kids. I don't want kids, and the only reason why I don't want kids respectfully is because I feel that as a mom, she said, how fuck them kids. But as a mom, hello. As a mom, damn, decline. As a mom, you want your break, you know, and usually that's your break. You getting your toes done is your break. Like you're trying to relax and do all of that stuff. So it's like if you're not taking your kids and you're not trying to, thank you, Maria, and you're not trying to hear some kid, you really don't want to hear someone else's kid. Does that make sense? So it's just easy to be like, no kids allowed, and that's just it. Que los padres se queden con los chamacos while you go get your toes done and you relax and all that shit. And I want 21 and over because I want to serve drinks. Se quedan como mensos. Yeah, so that's just that. But it's like nothing bad. You get me? It's nothing bad. It's just I want them to, you know. My hair on my ears. Sorry, Papa. I'm gonna be hanging out with V-Star. We're gonna be wildin' now. If you haven't hit that Harmony, you guys better hit that. Wait, guess what? I actually fucking heard your voice now. Vago, y yo qué, y tú qué. And I finally heard your voice. Ah. I was like, bet. Yeah, we're almost done. Just trying to fade this part in the back. But you heard it before. I haven't heard it before, Kevin. Like I have, but I forgot like how you sounded. That was like months ago. I was like, you know I did. Damn, my boy, who this? Who this handsome boy? And where? I didn't hear another one, did I? But I'm honestly, hello. Nothing like a clean. Yeah, it's because he doesn't. Okay. So, if you guys have a child who has autism, you guys know the struggle of getting haircuts, right? And homeboy here didn't like getting haircuts. He didn't like getting haircuts. The older that he's getting, he's like letting me more like little by little. But he never really liked haircuts. I mean, to this day, he probably might want to get a haircut like maybe once a month. And I let him tell me when he wants a haircut, because if not, he will just be so annoyed throughout the haircut, and I'd rather not. And even taking him to a barbershop. And then it just got to a point that I was also sick of taking him to a specific barbershop. And then, or if he would do it at home, I was just tired of him getting slapped around the head. So it was just easier for me to do it. And then because when he goes to, oh shit, it's raining already. When he goes to other barbershops, like he gets really irritated, especially when he doesn't want a haircut. So now I just let him tell me when he wants a haircut. You guys, if you guys are new here, just heads up, we do have shirts linked in the bio if you guys are interested in purchasing some. Or any sweaters. We got some on the website, chat. He likes it. Hello?
What's up, shawty?
What up, sir?
What's up, ma'am? How are you, ma'am?
I am great.
What is this makeup session on Thursday? Miggy.
Oh no! I was cutting my son's hair.
Oh, you were. Wait. Like with the máquina or with the scissors?
With the máquina.
Oh, that is it. It's
I only
Thursday.
have this one. Well, this one's Jacob's practice máquina because Jacob wanted to start learning how to cut hair. So I told him to start learning with this one, and then from there we'll upgrade him because máquinas are not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. The best one is Wall.
I think that the most I remember seeing someone spend, I think it was $350 or $500, one of those.
Yeah. It could definitely be that high.
So, how was your day? How are you doing? Who are you screwing? No, I don't want to know.
What makes space for you?
Because you guys, we don't want his numbers to go to.
Whose numbers?
Yours, because I said, how you doing? Who you screwing? I said, no, don't tell us because we don't want your number to go up.
Oh my goodness, my numbers were going up. Okay.
Hey,
First,
how was the protest? How many idiotas se actuaron allá?
One.
What?
Yeah.
Because that's what we were talking about earlier in the chat. We were like, Si mi hijo fuera, I don't know where it was at too. So we were like, el que quemó la bandera. I was like,
No, okay,
maybe.
that's what I want to speak about. That is disrespectful. That you don't do. That's not a peaceful protest. That's not showing equality. That's not showing defending, nuestro país y dar el respeto de estar aquí en los Estados Unidos. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm
That's
not gonna lie, like I seen your protest and then I seen Snipe Gods, and both of you guys were in Chicago.
yeah, we're both together.
And I, oh, you guys were together. And I seen, hey Chris, and I seen the fact that all of you guys were like on the sidewalk doing your thing, whatever, right? And then I see the ones in LA, and I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me?
Well,
Blocking freeways, fucking jumping on cop cars, like, hey Barbie. I was
I
like, are you
guess.
kidding me? I was like, that's being inconsiderate there. That's being inconsiderate because there's people that I'm pretty sure have to use the restroom and all that. Like,
Alejandra. Yeah,
uno
like
del
example
padre,
with
yes, Kevin. Like in my head, that's the
Casey.
same shit
Hey,
I
Casey.
said.
Did you see where those two ladies from LA were the ones that actually went on the expressway and talked to the officers to not continue the riot or from almost starting a
Oh
riot?
yeah, and then she was telling them like, go, go, and then he's like, can I just take one picture? She's like,
Hasta I think the governor in the area or the governor from that area, Samantha, OMG, I saw you at the Chicago protest. Hey Samantha, how are you? Welcome in.
people need to go
Yes,
to
I was.
exactly, Kevin. But they were just,
Matter of fact, Luna, they got me on Univision. I stuttered
I know,
so
I see. I was like,
I
nothing to be
stuttered so hard. My dad, my mom, even my sons were like, "Dad, you were on the news." I'm like, "How did you know? You weren't with me." So
Look, ya nos salió el chanclazo bien famoso.
nah,
Salió en
nah.
Univision.
But we came in there, and this is what I wanted to say: Latinos unidos para siempre. Nunca serán bendecidos. Like I froze a little bit. But there's things in the way of peaceful protesting is keep everybody in line, keep everybody in the same subject. If you're just waving the Mexican flag, hey, go for it. But remember, estamos en tierra de los Estados Unidos. Estamos en tierra que we're benefiting from. So like we also got to show that we want to be here and not just send back home or to Ecuador or something, wherever they are from. You get me?
That's why I said I was like, I said the fact that instead of doing a protest that made us look good, like this is why I don't protest. And it's not you guys that I don't like. No, like I don't protest for reasons like that. Where
Beautiful
it's
Lola.
like there's always has to be un idiota all the time, and it's just like for what? I even said in one of my videos, I was like, honestly, hey, bo, I said honestly, a good protest, mejor quédense todos en la casa. Like legit, like think about it.
Man.
All stay home.
Gracias,
Nobody
Gracie.
go to
Gracias, Gracie.
work. Nobody go to school. Like ghost town type of shit. So they could see like, oh, like the immigrants are the ones that keep it moving. Like they're the ones that have everything going. Because in reality, look, if what would have been so hard to stay home, not go to work, not go to school, like not even go out but for a run, not even that. You get me? Quédate en la casa. But to go out and do this madre, like for what?
Ya, hay unos que pues no sé, ¿me entiendes? No saben sus reglas o no saben how to do it the right way and how to speak our voices for others. Like I said, I think that's totally incorrect. De que they burn the flag y todo eso. I don't
I said
agree.
if that was my son, I would have.
In my example, yeah. And my mom would have torn me up when I got to her crib. She would have said that's like I've been here all my whole life, majority. Wendy, what's up, Wendy? Oh, I didn't show you. Yeah, we getting our car wrapped for another event.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing
Wait,
the
what
roof.
are you doing to it?
Zoho, it's Zoho business. Thank you, Wendy.
Dad, they're doing the roof too?
And then they pay you right to drive it around like that.
Yeah. So they got this side. They just finished this side. So they're gonna do the front and they're gonna do the back. Wendy, yeah, I got the kids. This is the first time the kids been in the warehouse.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They called us out for this one. This one is like I think it's like 300 a month plus another 300 on the 14th. So I'm getting stacked up right now. TikTok hubby. Hello, Wendy. How are you? How are you? Compa Yogi. Gracias, mi
So you
Yogi.
guys, if you guys are new here, just make sure you guys hit the heart me. You guys, we do have, hey Blake, hello, hello, you guys. We do have shirts, you guys. We do have shirts available right now.
You
So
got the
right now,
MAGA? You got the MAGA shirt?
yes, look. So right now, this is what I have. I
Wendy, how are you,
have.
Wendy?
So right now we have that one.
Mm-hmm.
We have that one.
Mm-hmm.
We have that one.
Mm-hmm.
We have that one. And then we have. Hold on. Let me go
Wait,
up.
you're doing drop ship, right?
Huh?
Saludos. You're doing drop ship. Follow the music. Saludos, Lazo Anima, bro. Saludos, saludos,
Hold
Torres.
on. And then we're
¿Cómo
doing.
andas, Torres?
And then
¿Cómo
we
andas, mi
have
brody?
these.
Marcos,
And
¿cómo
then we
estás,
have
Marcos?
these in crew necks and sweaters.
Oh, I like that one. Raised by immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Marcos, ¿cómo estás, Luis? ¿Cómo
All
andas,
of
brody?
those right
¿Cómo
now,
andas?
you
¿Cómo
guys, all
andas?
those shirts are available on the website. And if you guys go, there is a tab that I specifically put immigrants, just so you guys could know, because I had it in miscellaneous and people were like, I can't find it. So we ended up putting it in immigrants just so you guys could know that anything that has to do with that. I did also add an LAD, like for the LA Dodgers, but with like the Zarape type of um of colors. Hey Lewis, we have that. And then we do have
I'm
the
good, bro. I'm
Dodgers
good. That's
as
good, Marcos.
well.
Anima, those
We
miss.
have the Dodgers
Marcos, I'll call you
logo,
back.
but then we have the word Dodger in the Mexican colors, you guys, if you guys are interested. Everything's linked in the bio. And then we are having graduation
So, what up,
soon,
Big
so we
G?
are I already got orders for the graduations, you guys. So I did say that I was going to have the orders. I'm going to have them in order. So first comes, first serve type of shit.
Well, you guys heard her, right? She has the shirts out. She's ready to go. You just click on the link. Celeste, ¿cómo está Celeste Vasquez? Click on her link. Get those shirts. I have a friend of mine doing the same thing, the MAGA ones and other. But, if you have a chance, get on it. Hi, Luna. I just wanted to swing by and say hi. I saw you
Right,
live.
okay.
Catch up later. Keep finishing up your makeup and the haircut.
My
And
makeup is done. The hell?
I don't see anything. I think there's a missing color.
Bye. I'm telling you, that missing color. Like, I didn't want to wear lipstick. I feel this is me. This is my thing, you guys. Whenever I have like a bold eye look, I don't like to have. I don't like to have a bold lip. I think it's just too much going on. So I like to have a bold eye and no bold lip. Or if I have a bold lip, I'm really looking for a really pretty red color, and I found one, and I totally forgot to screenshot it. It was some girl, and I forgot her name too. And I know I follow her. I seen him starting out. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, like I did. I was watching his live, and I was watching Snipe God's live, Danny, and their protests. Like you saw them on the sidewalk. You saw them on the sidewalk. The only ones that you saw así en la calle era the cars, the cars that were honking, shit like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I seen that spot and I was like, I was there. I low-key missed it. I was like, fuck, I really fell in love with that city, you guys. I really fell in love with that city. I don't know. I just probably be like, you know what, fuck it, we're moving. Fuck it. Like over there. Yeah, I fell in love with it, Lexi, I swear. Like, that city, I don't know, it just made me feel like home in a weird way. But yeah, they were like the only ones that I seen. I don't know, I feel like LA really like... LA did too much. LA did too much. Jacob is gonna be so surprised. Maddie! Jacob's gonna be so surprised right now that he sees Steven, because Steven's never had a mullet, ever. Thank you, John. Like, never. So right now he's gonna come and he's gonna be like, what? Say what? So there's that. Okay, so right now that he finished his, I finished his haircut. He went to the bathroom and I was like, "Did you like it?" He's like, "Cause when he doesn't like something, he'll tell me like no, or just fix it, or it needs this one, this side, or that side." Connie, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Did you go to work Monday? I'm doing good. I am. You guys, last night I went to sleep like at 2 in the morning, and I went to sleep at 2 in the morning, you guys, and oh my god. So yesterday I went on live, got off, did homeschool, then I had a meeting with Matthew for an hour, then I had a meeting with my manager, like the manager, with my manager, but the manager like meeting, you know? Because even though I'm a content creator for that agency, I'm also a manager. Does that make sense? And so we had a meeting then I got off. I was already freaking tired. Then I think I fell asleep. And then I went on live for a little bit, got off. And then from there, what did I do? No, I don't think I even got on. I don't even know. I feel like yesterday was just like, okay, so a while back, not even a while back, but like, and you guys even heard of whoever was on that live, that I told Jacob, I was like, why is it that you guys act crazy here, but then when you guys go somewhere else, like you guys behave? And he had said, oh, because like here we could act like ourselves, like this is our safe place. And I was like, oh shit, like this is your safe place? And he's like, yeah, like we could act, you know? And that's when I was like, you know what, it is true, because when your kids are comfortable in their own home, when they go to school, there's really nothing to worry about. Does that make sense? Aside from the bullies, because obviously the bullies like have their shit going on at home. Does that make sense? So I was like, that makes so much sense. So, because when I pulled away, all I've seen them is get awards after awards after awards. The most that Steven has gotten a year is 4. But Stefana last year, esa sí sé. This year so far she's gotten 2. This ceremony, I don't know how many she's getting. But I was just like, oh shit. So sí me quedé like, fuck this girl. This is her last year too in elementary. She's gonna go to 6th grade already. I'm empezar 6th grade and I'm like, fuck. I don't know, you guys. These kids are growing on me and I'm like, these kids are growing on me. And I'm not gonna lie, like el otro día sí me agüité because I'm like, you know what? Despite of what people gotta say about me, I was like, I will say, I was like, for 5 years, yo sola, right? 5 years, yo fucking echándome la madre. The fact that I could really say like, fuck, this time is where I'm struggling. Like, I give myself grace for that, because 5 years, and I could honestly be like, I'm barely struggling. But it's just like I give myself grace because they're getting older, they eat more, Paola, they eat more, están queriendo más, everything else is getting expensive, things like that. So it's just pretty like, it's great, but you must be doing something right, even though it doesn't seem like, yeah. Like, porque a veces estoy like, fuck, like, am I even, you know? But then cuando me mandaron the thing, because you know how, I don't know where you're at, you guys, but us, like, we use Parent Square. And they started doing that since COVID. So I don't know if you guys do it, but me quedé like, fuck, this girl. Yes, okay, yeah. So when I got the notification right now before cutting Matthew's hair, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, sí se siente, you know? Sí se sintió like, fuck. I teared up and I was like, damn. I have it as well. Okay, yeah. So that's what we're doing. And that's where I got the notification. So now I just have I have Jacob's and Stefana's. And then Matthew has his hub. So Matthew's hub, I go on it and then just check. We have like websites here for the school. So you don't have like an app, Chris? Like an app where it says with the teacher's name? Or you have to sign up? Yeah, because with Matthew, I have to sign up to a website, but they call it the hub because everybody has their own portfolio. Do not stop me when I say hi, Hope. Thank you, Vic. How are you? I hope you're doing good. My kids have gotten better grades since, yeah. That's what I was just saying, Connie. Like, that's when you know. Because kids be stressing. Like, imagínate, getting home, going home, problems, yelling, parents going back and forth, bickering. And then they go to school of a country that you're trying to stay in. Like, who, like, it's a respect thing at this point. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with politics. It's just like at this point, if that's what you're fighting for, like, why go burn a flag? Like, if anything, hardly yes. Drink some cafecito. Oh, you guys, we did 3 sales. So our goal is to do 3 more. 1 sale. I mean, we did 1 sale. We're trying to do 3 more sales. We are trying to do 3 more sales, you guys. So if you guys want to go check out the link in the bio, go check out the link in the bio and go purchase something. If not, if you guys could please repost any of those videos, I would really, really appreciate it. I would really, really, really appreciate it. But I'm gonna get off. And then I'll finish. I wasn't gonna hop on, but then he was like, cut my hair. So I was like, fuck it. We'll cut his hair and then, you know, be on live for a bit. But I'll be on a little later. I'm just gonna finish homework with him and then we're gonna cook, eat and all that. And then I'll see you guys al ratito, right? Bye, you guys. Take care. I slept with it. Not wig, but I am gonna go back to blonde next month. March, I'm going back to blonde because that's why I haven't retouched my hair because I'm just letting the copper just fade. Not the shower. I cannot with you, Ace. Not me. Did I just call you Ace again? I called you Ace instead of Ice. He's gonna say, fuck this, cancel Luna. I'm fucking dead. He's gonna say, fuck this, cancel, como dice vi en mi casa. I'm fucking, this is the second time I call Ice Ace. I'm fucking dead. He's probably like, bitch, watch. The fuck? Sorry. It's because I'm not gonna lie, like every time you come in, I'm about, ooh, no, I'm just kidding. Every time you come in, we're going on. I swear, Jimmy, I'm gonna be honest with you, my boy. Like, sometimes I like sit back and wonder when you come in, like what shit you're gonna say. Cause I don't know if I'm like high, cause I know I don't smoke, just kidding, TikTok entertainment purposes only. Or like you just come in just saying some bullshit because you come in saying the random ass shit. Like, I didn't even know you had a baby mama. Then you were like talking about like fucking cops coming to LA and like all this shit, my boy. Like, you make me think I'm crazy. And I mean, I am kind of crazy, but you know, like you really make me feel like I'm like 5150, like I'm about to get 5150 on my neck. You know what I mean? He said that's someone else's baby mama, not mine, some random person. Look at what you said, Jimmy. You came in saying, listen, the first baby mama wants to have kids with her. Wants me to have kids with her. She has her own personal room. And then now you're saying that's someone else's baby mama, not mine. You see? Oh, hell no, you guys. I feel like Jimmy, I know what you're talking about. Nothing I know what you're talking about is wild. I don't know what he's talking about. I fucking cannot with you guys. She wants me to be I fucking cannot. Not that she wants me to be stepdad. Who wants to be stepdaddy over here? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, wow, I'm just kidding. Thinking those. He'll be up all night. Woo! Okay, no, but yeah, but I don't be flirting in his comments. Like, I don't want to burn his game and he can't be burning mine. You know what I mean? Hey, I What you doing? I swear, Angie. Is she here? Because yes, the other day I was going to tell her something and she left me talking about myself. I was like, your game? Yeah, I got game, you know? Your skin, your girl. I ain't do nothing. I got oily ass skin. Angie, the other day you did a drive-by. The other day, you know what I was going to tell you? So I have a TikTok event, right? And I was stressing myself out. I was like, fuck, like, what do I wear? They're talking about casual, this and that. It's going to be cold. It's going to be at the beach. Like, what the fuck? What do I do? Who do I screw? No, I'm just kidding. I'm about the who do I screw. But, you know, I was... but, I ended up, there's this outfit that you have where you're wearing the green hat. Beverly Hills, yeah. They said Beverly Hills. And then it's gonna be in a house like all the way at the top, and then you can see the beach.
Ooh, why is this? I'm trying to take off this stupid filter. Why is it doing that? I don't want to filter. Oh, there we go.
So that's why I was like, oh shit. And I seen your outfit, and that's when I was like, I kind of want to go dressed like that.
And which outfit was that?
The one with the green heels, with the jeans, and then the furry jacket, and then the green New York hat.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yes,
Okay.
and I wanted to do that.
Okay.
The other day you passed by. Oh, Luna famous now. I'm not famous. I'm just doing my jobs over here.
You know that coat? I got it off the TikTok shop.
The coat?
The coat, yeah, I got it off the TikTok shop.
Send me the link.
I'll send you the link. I got it off the TikTok shop, and then what's that called? The shirt was just like a. Is that my music? Oh, it's my music.
That's baby. I was like, wait. Well, I go sell my calzones right now. We'll be back, you guys. Oh, hold up.
He said the CMA in Nashville is amazing. I bet. I freaking bet.
I'm down to go. We're gonna have to look into this because
We're definitely gonna have to. Like,
I was supposed to go to New York this year. I mean, last month, but it didn't happen. So I know that I need to.
yeah, I also want to go to New York in the wintertime. That would be so cool.
I want to go to New York. I mean, I have a reason to go to New York.
She says, "I'm down to go. I'm serious." Like,
I was like, I have a reason to go to New York.
oh, really? I got a reason to go to New York too. They have a lot of cool Yankee stores over there, so I have a reason.
Like, down, she said, the Yankee store.
Girl, 2025 is all about me. Like, a mí no se me avienten, a mí no me digan nada. Don't even fucking flirt. Don't even look my way.
I'm definitely wearing my country fit. I fucking cannot.
Like, 2025 is all about me. But
you know what? At the end of the day, I've always said whatever rose like and it fits you, you get me. One thing I've said, and I've been saying it, like my piece, like today, no, not today. A few days ago, I seen this video that said, "I'm dropping people like bad habits."
you know what happens, Luna? I think what happens as we get older, we know our worth, right? But sometimes we just get caught up in the situation because we want to be mindful of other people. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt in any way, shape, or form, right? Because like we are healers, we are protectors, you know, we want to take care of people, but some people are meant to do that shit by themselves. So I think we bent over backwards for them, and then they end up shitting on us, and then we're like, okay. But I feel when you reach the level of and maybe I'm just speaking, but when you reach a level of peace and you value your worth and you value your time and you know what you deserve and you know what you're not willing to put up with, and it may look good on the surface level, and people can be like, oh my God, but this and that, you know, and that's not everything. Like, love is not everything. Like, let me tell you that love is not everything. Like, que te posteen, que te chuleen, que te pongan on social media, que te den regalitos. All that stuff is not everything. There's more in that, right? And the season that I'm in, I require more depth, more understanding, more maturity, more on my level. ¿Entiendes? And so you reach a point in your life where like you cut ties, like what's no longer serving you in any way, shape, or form, and you do it so clean where there's no like it's clean cut. It's not like a fucking paper. Like no, you cut that shit straight and you make it aware and you make it clear and you move on and you don't feel guilty about it. Like you don't feel guilty about it because you know you're doing it for you, not for them or for the status quo, but for yourself. Because at the end of the day, like you know what you've been through. I know what I've been through. The person you are today, it took a lot to be the person you are today. So you're gonna push more on people because you expect more because you're gonna protect yourself more, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel when you reach that level of like, sabes que lo que no es para mí, no es para mí, and that's okay, que Dios me lo quite. God's never gonna freaking take away something that's good for you. Never. He's gonna take a book.
Like meant a lot to me or whatever, and I care for this person, but that's just it. Like if that person feels the need to say my stuff, then cool. You know what I mean? But I stayed quiet. I was just reading my comments, but we already know how people are. Like they like to go back and forth and switch shit. So of course that person decided to go on live, but that person did it like out of spite. Does that make sense? Like I was minding my business. That person purposely went on live for a certain reason. But the fact that to me a lot was put out there, but not even a lot, because I was like, they're like, they posted 3 screenshots. Well, why didn't they post everything? Then people were messaging me talking about like, oh, I feel like you guys need to talk. You guys need to fix this. You guys this. You guys that. Because
But why is this individual doing this stuff to you though? Like
because
friends.
the thing was that like I was never gonna bring it up on social media.
Yeah.
It started getting known because of the things that were being posted, and then the things that was being done on that side, right?
Yeah.
So then on my life, when I was minding my business doing something, a comment came up and then I answered it. And then another comment came up and I answered it. Then someone else came into my chat, like in my box, started saying stuff. I was reading my comments. And again, it goes back to like people like to go back and forth. So they accused me of saying things that I didn't even say. And there was things that were said in the comments, but I was just kind of like, that wasn't me, right?
Yeah.
Back then, I felt the need that I had to go on live again and to defend myself. And I used to, wait, did she pause? What did she do? What happened to her? Her phone died. Oh.
Sorry, my friend's gonna come and pick up a sweater to make something for
My
me.
charger, please. So back then, I felt the need that I had to go on live and defend myself, right? Bring me my charger. I think it's by my bed or in the kitchen. I don't know. But I used to feel the need to defend myself. Now I'm in the point in my life that I'm like, I know what's true. So people were like messaging me, you need to talk to her. You need to talk to her, this and that. And I was like, my white charger. Check in the kitchen. And I was like, I already did.
Yeah.
I said, we did. We spoke the 18th, the 19th, the 20th. She was in my boxes. She was in my boxes on this app. She was in my boxes on the other one. They're like, oh, well, it was, they made it seem like you guys haven't spoken. And I was like, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to defend myself, because at the end of the day, the ones who know me know
They
me.
know.
Right?
Yeah. And that's, yeah.
And then I'm already used to, hello, Sag, I'm already used to where my platform, I've always said, like, my platform is always going to be about my kid's dad. It's always going to talk about the abuse because that's my testimony.
Of course.
And and I'm already used to this. That's the first thing that they want to drag, where it's like her page is about her kid's dad. Yes, it is.
But that's what your platform is based on, like.
And that's what it's based on, right? So then I want to know you. ¿Ay qué? Pero And back then I felt like back then me dolía, right? Back then I'll be like, oh fuck. Now I really don't care. Like now, like how you said, it gets to a point in your life where you just want peace. You want that. And that's where I'm at.
Yep. You gotta protect. It's
Someone
because people that are not healed or people that are still in toxic situations or mentality or they haven't grown or they haven't evolved, they're still stuck in that. So they don't understand when somebody has already healed and gone through things like we're going to protect our peace at all costs. And that includes even if si tenemos que sacarnos el pinche corazón y quebrarlo nosotras mismas because we can understand like this is what it is, but this is how I feel and this doesn't line up with what I want. So you are, hey Pookie, you're costing me my peace and I protect my peace at all costs. Like I don't care. I can be the villain. I'm sure right now there's this other side on TikTok where I'm like, honey boo boo, if I were to talk, if I were to speak, if I were to say, I would destroy this individual. But I choose not to because I don't have to explain myself to no one. The people who should know already know, you know, that person knows, I know, God knows, and that's all that matters to me. If I'm the villain, you know what? Let's go. Let's go. I don't care. I can be the villain because I'm going to protect my peace at all costs. Like, me vale un puto comino. And, you know, and I feel like
in this villain era together, that part.
I'm always the villain. We in the villain era. No, for reals. And, like, I feel like sometimes doing that video,
I'm used to being the villain. On this app, nobody likes me. And guess what? Yo duermo a gusto.
yeah, because you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that
It's just
thing-
like I'm really cutting people. You get me? Like I have said it, like 2025, like I really want to focus on like my work. I really want to push because again, I know my struggle.
Yep.
You get me? Like I know my struggle. So it's like I'm gonna push or whatever, and at the end of the day, whoever doesn't like me, guess what? Because it was so funny that there was this one girl on that other side talking so much shit, and then the next thing you know, she came into my chat like the next day. She was my second bubble, and I started laughing because I was like, "Wait, you were over there talking shit about me that you can't stand me and all this bullshit, but then you're following me, and then you're the second bubble as soon as I go live, baby girl, you're a fucking joke. Goodbye."
Wow.
That's why I always say it's the people that don't fucking like you that watch you the most.
They do, and all you can do is like give them a show and be like, ¿sabes qué? Me vale un pinche, me vale madre lo que tú pienses, lo que digas de mí. Like, I know what I'm about. Like, it's because no estamos aquí to make anybody happy but ourselves. And still, like, we can do us, and we don't have to shit on nobody. We don't gotta hurt anybody. Like, if we wanted to, I'm sure, Luna, we could. Like, I know I have it in me to be a freaking desgraciada, que me valga madre. If you think you're heartbroken now, like, oh my God, I will fucking destroy you, right? But we choose not to. We just choose to be like, you know what? You can be a clown. I'm just going to keep elevating, growing, healing, evolving. The fact that you got to sit there and act like the victim and, ay, cosita, por favor. But it's like, we choose where we disperse our energy and we choose who to give our attention and our time. It's like Dios quita para agregar mejor. And somebody who doesn't understand that analogy would be like, oh, que esto que el otro. Go ahead. It's fine. Whatever. Like, bye. Like, it's sad. And it's like people like that have to play the victim mentality like I did it, like I did the video today. You just sit there and you're like, damn, how old are we? Are we like in fucking high school?
Tell me why that's the same thing I thought today. I was like, damn, like the fact that like people like we're in our 30s. Like we're in our 30s and legit like
Yeah.
what the fuck? That's why I'm like, you know what? This is one thing I've always told my chat. It's rare that you find me in boxes. It's rare that you find me in chats for this reason because I am done. Like, I am done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of like so over it that I'm just like, I'm doing my thing.
Yep.
Sadly, I didn't even have this drama in high school, so it's wild to have
Exactly.
it now. Like we're so fucking
Well,
old, and
that's what I'm saying. I'm like in my early 20s, okay, quizás, but bro, I'm 41. I'm gonna be 42 this year. I don't got time for drama. You want to sit there and do shit, move a certain way, and like do whatever you want to do, do it. Like if you're trying to get a reaction out of me, you're not gonna get it. Like you're not gonna get it because I'm sorry, but you're irrelevant. I'm trying to stay
already
like
modern
on point.
times.
Like
Yep.
it's just people like I don't know. Like I feel like go heal, stay off of social media, go heal. Like
Like
people.
I've even done that. When I'm not feeling it, I tell my chat like, I'm sorry, you guys. Like I'm not feeling it. Like my chat knows when I'm not feeling it.
Mhm.
And then there's times where I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. Even a day break to me is a lot.
Yes, Coma, for sure. No, y yo también like when I'm going through things or whatever, like I stay off of posting for a while and then I come back because I need time for me. I need clarity. I need calmness. I need freaking like peace because I don't want to react or overreact. Like I just push back and I'm like, I'm gonna worry about me and I'm gonna do what I have to do. Just because I'm not getting my leg back and just because I'm not posting videos to hit them back is because baby girl, we're not the same level. Like we're not the same level. You're not even in my freaking bracket. Like you're not. So why am I gonna care? I know the truth and that's all that matters. Like we're not freaking young anymore. Like it's stupid. It's drama. It's unnecessary drama. Like go heal. Get off of social media. Go heal. Like stop fishing. Stop like acting like you're all that because it's like you're not. You know, it's sad. It's time consuming and we don't got time for that.
No, I'm just kind of like I'm in my like
Peace.
yesterday.
Salud.
Oh my God. So even like yesterday, I told my chat, like, I came on live, right? Thank you, Vago. I came on my live, did my makeup, and I was all right, you guys. Like, I'm going to get off. I got off, did homeschool with my son. I had a meeting with, thank you, Vero. I had a meeting with his teacher for an hour. Then I had a meeting with my managers. I was fucking drained because it drains you. I went to sleep and I got up and I think I went live for a little bit. I'm not even sure. I don't even remember because that's how my brain right now is because I've been just on a whole schedule that I ended up sleeping like at 2 in the morning. But because right now I ended up taking what is it, content creator manager. So now I'm like a manager for an agency. So
Okay.
now I have to go scouting for people. So now it's like I go like search, and now I'm like in this whole different side of TikTok, and I'm like, okay, if it has nothing to do with like the protest, it has to do with these people, and I'm like, okay, like let me so it's like now I have to go into lives to kind of
Yeah, to go.
interact with that person that I'm trying to scout because I cert before I even go into the live, I watch them a little bit from the outside when I'm scrolling, and then from there I search them up, and if I see that they're available, that's when I go in there and be like, oh, like hey, and I try to interact. Then I get off, and then I go straight to the messages and I message them.
Yeah,
And that's what I've been doing. I'm like, it's just that's my life right now. Like I'm
yeah,
trying
you're
to
hustling, you're
flash.
working, you're doing what you're supposed to. And some people, like I said, don't understand that, and that's fine. Like you're here for you and your family, and everybody else sale sobrando. Y tú no le tienes que dar explicaciones a nadie. A
The
nadie.
other day, and this past week, I actually did a video, but I was like, do I even post it? And I was like, for what? You know, there was a video that I did, and it was because it kept on popping up on my For You page. It said, a friend to everyone is not a friend to none.
Mm,
Like a person who is cool with everyone is not really your friend.
no, es como
And
dicen.
that's how I'm moving right now. This is how I'm moving. If you're cool with people, if you fuck with me and you're cool with people that I don't fuck with,
Then we can't.
that's not,
Yeah, we
that's
can't.
not my place.
Yeah,
Like that's not my place respectfully.
yeah, no, definitely.
You know, respectfully. Not that you did something to me, I did something to you. It's just
You're
respectfully.
supposed
That's
to.
not my place
Hey,
anymore.
baby girl. Hello, thank you, my love. No, es
And that's
cierto. That's true though. It's because I think what happens as you step into a season, and I think it's so much prayer and so much dedication and so much focus that you're okay with losing friends. You're okay with losing friendships. And let's be real, not everybody's your friend. There's levels of friendship. There's acquaintances, people that you know, there's friends, there's close friends. Like it all varies. And sometimes you feel a certain way towards a group or people and you don't want to fuck with those. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna step back. And that's okay. And this is the thing I tell all the freaking people all the time. You're the CEO of your own life. You promote, demote, remove and add as you please, not what people think. Tú no tienes que darle cuentas a nadie, nomás a tus hijos, con tus hijos estén bien y la más la gente sale sobrando. Porque
That's
you
what I
keep no one happy. You never. So if you cut off people, if you don't fuck with certain people, if you're kind of like, I used to say this, I used to have a circle, now I have a triangle of people that are super close to me and I love it that way. And I'm okay with that. Como dice el dicho, prefiero tener 4 coras que 100 pennies. Like, let's be
Because I
real.
feel like that's how I was in the beginning. I feel, and that's what I tell people like on social media, where people, when I started TikTok, and this goes out to everyone that is like trying to do content, okay? And I'm not trying to scare you guys, but it's the real truth. Like, when I used to be a dropper, to me, I used to be like, man, why is it that people have so much drama? Like, it's just an app.
Yeah.
But then once I became this side, like, and I started being on this side, now I understood
Yeah.
what I mean. And then now it's to where back then I had to act fake to get my coins. And that's just in reality, that's how everyone is.
Really?
You have to act fake in order to get your coins. That's the sad truth.
Wow.
I learned to not be fake. I learned to pull myself away. I learned this year, I learned not to fight someone else's battles because then I look stupid.
Yeah, because you don't know the whole truth. Let's be
So
real.
now I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm okay being by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I said it to somebody and I said, when I was with my kid's dad, even though I was with him, even when I was with him, I was by myself. I was my own backbone. And I'm okay being my own backbone now because at the end of the day, this app closes. And guess what? I only have my kids.
Yeah.
That's the real truth. And so I had to learn to like just, it got to the point that I had told my child, like, I want to start getting closer to God. I started reading my Bible. I started praying and that I'm still doing that.
And that's good. You should keep at
And
it.
that's why now I'm not, where it's like, el que diga, if people really think that I'm a bitch, okay, I'm a bitch. If people say that I'm a bitch, okay. But at the end of the day, I know my truth.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
all that matters. As long as you're true to
Like,
yourself and you know your truth and you know what you're going and what you want in life and you're so dedicated in that, like, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Like, people don't understand, and that's okay because you're not at the level that I am, whether it's with my walk with God, whether it's with me getting healthier mentally, emotionally, physically, whether it's me like incorporating certain things throughout the day that are going to make me better. That's fine. But like, you got to look out for yourself. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't get it. And even when you try to look out for them because you want the best for them, they still don't get it. And you're just like, it's a freaking circle que nunca va a acabar. It's like, you're just like, you know what? It's okay. Oh, fine. I'll be the bad guy. I'm the villain. It's okay. Todo, you know what? Todo lo que se hace en la oscuridad sale a la luz tarde que temprano. All the time.
that part.
All the
Yeah,
time.
because I was getting messages and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't need to go on live and be like, you know what, this and that or whatever. The fact that this is the sad part, that I even had to pin certain videos because of what was said.
Oh, to prove a point. Like, here you go.
Yeah, like to prove a point. And that's the sad part because I really don't need to prove a point,
You don't.
you know? And that's where I was just like, for what? Like, that day I got off live. I mean, that person got off live in a few minutes, like a few hours later, I went back on. My views, usually my views, you guys are like this, right? That day I hopped back on, my views were like 100 something. And I said, if you guys are here for Cheeseman, like, get the fuck out because you guys are not going to be here for that. Like, you guys are not going to get it. And as soon as I said that, I went back to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I feel that it just got like that, where I was just like, I'm doing me, and at the end of the day,
Thank you,
like
Mama.
my real ones,
Uh-huh.
no. I don't need to prove the point. My point,
You
I'm
don't.
here for it. Like I don't need to prove a point.
You
You know,
really don't, Luna. I think this is what happens when you're a real person and you don't move shysty. You don't do shit to people on purpose and you move with good intentions and good heart. The people
technically, I do. So there, don't get me wrong. I treat you the way you treat me.
as it should.
I don't do
As
things
it
to
should.
you just to do them.
Nope. You deserved it.
There's a motive behind everything. And
Yep.
that's the thing. That there's people that don't take accountability of the shit that they say. So when I move a certain way, I end up being the bad one. But it's I move that way because of what you said.
Exactly.
And
It
that's
gives
always
you a
been to
motive
everybody.
though.
And that's been to everybody. I move the way I don't just move because I'm like, oh, I'm just bored. Let me move. Nah, I move a certain way because of what you said or how you move. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
And it ends up being to I address something, and when I address something, I I've made it. It's so funny because I made it to a point when I address something. Like if I have your number and
Uh-huh.
I tell you something, I don't cuss at you. Like I legit say something, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm cool. Like I don't want to fuck with you, type of shit.
Yeah.
And then I just block it. I'm wrong for that, and that's not. It's been to like three people, if that.
Wow.
And it's for what? Like I'm not cussing you out. I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm not calling you anything. It's just this doesn't serve me. Goodbye. Then someone else came into my chat and said like, "Oh, Luna uses her friends, and that's why she does." No, 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 no. I've even said to myself, the reason why I don't know how to keep friends is because I'm tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Cut them off, and that's it. Like people just assume they don't know. They just assume. And
Exactly.
then
Because
And
they
then
don't know.
the other day, I really thought of it. I'm like, it's crazy how like people fall in shit, and then
Uh-huh.
oh, they're like in the pile of shit. They get up, se sacuden, Eli, se sacuden, and then they go back to it.
That's insane.
And I'm not there. I was in the pile of shit. Me sacudo, and let me continue doing my shit. I
Yeah,
don't go
because
back to it.
that's what you have to do.
You know.
Damn, it's really pouring.
And I
Wow.
called your ass. I felt like we broke up. I was like, damn, where's she at? She ghosted me.
No, I think I just went live. I think you were live.
No, Ellie,
Oh,
it's cause
hold on.
normally
Give me a
we
second.
talk
Hey,
in
love.
the morning.
No, it's okay. Ahí está el sweater and the decal.
Okay,
Just for that. And
okay.
then I'll pick that up in the cups.
Sí.
Okay?
Entonces, are you able to meet
Yeah,
tomorrow
tomorrow.
or
Yeah, for sure.
Saturday in the
Tomorrow. En
morning
la
or
tarde.
en la tarde?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.
Dele,
I'll let
mato.
you know.
Drive safe, okay?
All right. Take care.
I'll
Buy you like a buzzer thing. You're like,
Okay. Thank you, love. Drive safe, eh? Because it's pouring. Thank you. Bye.
she said it's pouring. Yeah, yeah, está sin suéter.
Quédate, güey, recién bañada, no
I
manches.
know. That sounds like fuck.
Oh, Lord, it is pouring. Like it's bad.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, no, and it's true, like you said, like you're doing that for you. And like if you want to block, block. If you want to delete, delete. Like shit. You're your own grown person. But people don't get it. I just sometimes I'm like, y yo corto parejo. Like you're oh Lord, it was cold.
Ya puse bien calientita a gusto and you're over there.
I know. She's like, oh my God, I could have went to the door. I was like, it's fine, it's fine. You're already doing me a solid. That's the least that I could do. I look like
Here, so I was like, oh shit.
I know it's pouring bad. It's like, and I'm over here looking like a freaking Mufasa. Just showered, my hair's drying.
I'm dead. I know I've been wanting to dye my hair black.
Yeah,
And I was like, should I go black? But then I was like, fuck, I love my blonde.
I know. It looks good. I know. I thought about it like I was thinking of doing like a balayage in my hair, but I like my hair dark. It suits me. Like
I like my blonde. I feel like I like that.
it really, really, really suits me. I know. It's just crazy how people move, you know. And it's sad after you're there for them in all the good way it's possible. And even at the end, you still look out for them and they still like shit on your name. And they're out there acting like fools. Te quedas tú like, damn, how could I have been so into you? Or like, how did I give you the time and day? Like, like, You know? Like I'm like, but it's okay. It was just a season. It was a season. Eight episodes. That's all it was.
She said it was 8 episodes. That's all it was. 8 months. That's
Eight
what it
months.
was.
8 months, yeah. So it was a season, 8 episodes, and that's that. And que te bendiga Dios y a la chingada. That's the best thing to do.
Damn, like damn, not 8 months.
I know. So it's just a season. That's what I call a season.
Damn.
But hey, you gotta do what you, like you said, you gotta do what you gotta do for yourself. You gotta, I, you, you know, when people think, oh, whatever, she's just saying that. When you say, I'm protecting my peace at all costs, like that means from everybody, everybody. If it's fucking with your mental health, if it's fucking with your cortisol levels where you can't sleep and you're having to go pee every 2 minutes at night, that's your body telling you, like, yo, something's wrong. Like, something's wrong. Fix it. Fix it. Because you know where you're going, where you've been. Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's okay. I can be the bad guy and I can be the villain, and it's okay. I'll join the.
What I've been doing now, low key, I've been reading the Bible.
I know it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, at night, I was so used to like because again, this person was like my like in my routine, right?
Yeah.
It just got to a point that like I would write toxic. I would write on my notes like if I was texting this person.
Uh-huh.
And then it just got to a point that I was just like, you know what? Like I started reading the Bible, right? There was a night that I couldn't go to sleep and I couldn't go to sleep. And I went and I showered and it was funny because I had just purchased I can't even hear. I had just purchased a book
Uh-huh.
of how to read the Bible.
Oh yeah, it walks you through the whole Bible all year long. So in 365 days you read it. I have that. I love
Yeah.
it.
So that day, you guys, the second day it said Romans 1 through 2. But that night I had a conversation with my sister and she was like, I want you to read Romans. And I was like, okay, cool. So me senté, me bañé, me senté, and I started to read Romans. And the only thing that I got stuck and I shared it with my chat was Romans chapter 1, verse 25. And it said something about who lied. No, basically saying who lied on God's name.
Yeah.
And it said like believe, um, trusting the creature more than the creator who is. Can you read it? If you could find
Romans 25.
Romans chapter 1, verse 25.
I love this Bible. It like she reads Bible. It has so much good.
Oh, I have the she reads the wait, is it she reads Bible truth or something like that?
Yeah, she reads
I
Bible.
have it. That's the
No
one.
way.
Yeah, it's in by my bed.
Okay, Romans 1 what?
Romans chapter 1, verse 25.
Okay, it says they exchanged the truth of God for a lie and worship and serve what has been created instead of the creator who's praised forever.
And that's what I was telling the chat. That stayed with me, right? Because what's going on right now, right? What's going on right now, and we're saying how like we get it. Trump is putting fear in everybody,
He is.
and people are allowing that.
Mm-hmm.
People are allowing that, and instead of you're allowing this creature to put a fear in you and like you're forgetting about the creator. You're forgetting that at the end of the day, he has the last word for you, what's meant for you. Because there was a video where they had, is that on the TikTok shop? No, that one's not that Bible's not on the TikTok
No,
shop.
it's on Amazon.
It's on my Amazon storefront, Sammy girl. It's on my Amazon storefront.
It's so good, guys. Like, before she continues, so it basically tells you back here how to read the Bible by day. So, like, you go into the month, and it would literally, if you follow the thing. So, like, right now, today is today the 6th?
Yeah.
The 6th, right? It will tell you to read Genesis 39, Mark 9, Job 5, Romans 9. So, what this was telling you, by the end of the year, you have read the whole Bible. Like I went to church for 10 years straight. I read the Bible 365,000 times because I read it every day. I journal. I found my journals in my garage where I would journal every day because that's the way I stayed focused. That's how I evolved and I grew and I healed from a lot of trauma, behavior, before attitude, before everything. And that is what helped me. So like this will like this is the one Luna has, this is the one I have. She has it on her storefront. But it
Ellie's
walks
the
you
one
through
that
it.
Ellie's the one that gifted me that
And then at the beginning,
my
it gives
housewarming.
you a timeline of why that book was written and the breakdown. And it's just, it's so amazing. It is like, yeah, I have it right here next to
I know
me.
the other day, Ellie, I couldn't find the pink one, right? Because I feel like I'll write on the pink one instead of the beige one, like the one that you gifted me. And then Stefano was like, "Oh, I have a pen though." And I said, "No, I do not want to write on this Bible." But I have, thank you, mi chaparrita. But that's where I'm at. Like I'm really in that where I've said this, like I'm not perfect, and my chat knows damn well that if they followed me, because Sammy Girl has followed me for years, never have I used my platform really to talk about God. Never have I really used this platform to even read the Bible. I just started like I started even posting about the Bible. I started talking about God. Like that's not who I am. You get me?
You're, but you're being shifted.
Yes,
You're
and that's where that's not because again,
no,
Sammy Girl was here from the beginning. My platform when I first started, it's always going to talk about my testimony. That's my testimony.
yeah,
If
exactly.
people don't like the fact that I talk about my kids'
That's
dad,
they
guess
can
what?
they
Then
can leave.
that's on them because at the end of the day, that's my testimony. The amount of messages that I get from women, even men, telling me thank you because
I
you're
needed to
giving me
hear that.
hope. Thank you. Yesterday, I got a message from some girl saying, I sat down and watched your parts of your story, and it made me cry because you're giving me hope that I'm going to be there one day. She's living through it right now. And she's like, you're giving me hope. Seeing how happy you are. Trust me when I tell you, like, this is why I do it. At the end of the day, whoever, oh, she talks about her baby, okay, then guess what? There's a block button, continue. But the
Yep.
fact that you're so focused, apparently, you know what I mean? Because now I'm in the part in my life where, and Sammy Girl knows this. I used to post my other platform, my other page was every single video posting about court, foster, the system, social workers. I'm going through this. I used to post my kids when I finally got them back. Like I shared everything, everything. Then it started once I started this page, it started shifting. Now, if you really pay attention to my videos, if it has nothing to do with my parts, of my story because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing parts of my story. I'm doing like how when I since I met him and like the abuse that I went through all 12 years, right? Now it's to where I post my like my TikTok shop or sometimes I'm posting and I even told my chat like I'm posting campaigns. I like so TikTok has a thing where it says notification campaigns. If you post this and you get certain views, you get paid this, you get paid that. That's my focus right now, right? And so, like I said, Sammy Girl has always been here, and Eddie has too. And Eddie has even said, like, I remember seeing you when you couldn't even talk about your story because that story that I talk about, I
It was
used to,
hard.
one day there was a time where I sat down. It was for 4 days straight on live talking about it from the beginning to the end. And I remember I was like I couldn't talk. I
Yeah.
couldn't talk. Now I talk about it. I tear about it but that's how you know I've healed to that point. You get me? Do I still get my triggers? Of course. Do I still deal with trauma? Of course.
It's part of
Right?
the human experience. Like no matter how much you're healed, no matter what happened, or it's just it's something engraved in you. But now you deal with it different. Now you're able to talk and talk about it and how you got out, and other people like look at it as an inspiration, motivation. Like if you did it, they can do it, and you're giving them that peace of mind. And I love that because not a lot of content creators use this platform for good. They don't use it for positive. They don't use it. It's insane, you know. But I think like when you post something and someone messages you and tells you, hey, thank you so much for posting that. You know, I really needed to hear that today. Like, I'm struggling with this. And y te quedas tú like, to me, when that happens, I feel like, oh, it just makes me feel so good down deep to my core because what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, like it's reaching someone. Like a lot of people can talk shit and hate or whatever, but that one person needed to hear that. That one person needed to understand that. You know, I had one time this girl reach out to me and I kind of like, oh, she she was thinking suicidal thoughts.
Just kidding, TikTok entertainment purposes only.
Yes. Oh, I forget. See,
Yeah.
it's been a while, but she was thinking of, you know,
Yeah.
and she said that she was on she was on For You page. She ran into me. She messaged me. I replied. We started talking, and I was just like, oh, I was in tears. Like when I was messaging her back, like I was in tears, and I'm like, people don't understand the impact that you have on other people. Like social media is not just social media. Content creating is not that. But I feel like when God puts you in a place, in a platform to speak your truth, is like you said, antes yo no, that you wouldn't talk about the Bible, but now you feel like the need, the want, like you want to do it out of nowhere because it's like God was like, it's rerouting you to go this way, you know, because you're still able to do everything you're doing, but now you're adding something to your table because of your demographic and the people that you're reaching. And you know, some people don't have faith or they feel like whatever they're struggling with, like they just can't get out of it, and you're that voice, you know? And it's like you are perhaps the only thing they know of God because they don't know anything. They've never picked up a Bible. They've never gone to church. They've never read a Bible verse. So it's like I feel like when you let God take control of your life and like your agenda, like you just get surprised left and right the impact that you have on people.
Yeah, like there was this one girl that came into my chat and commented, and she said, how is it that you still have faith in God after everything like that you went through? You know, and I feel that a lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget that He's answering a prayer that you once prayed for, right? And I say that because I remember I used to when I was even pregnant with Matthew, I used to cry and I used to be like, man, if this man is not for me, like take him away. Keep in mind, I was pregnant with Matthew and I still had Stefana, right? And I was like, if he's not for me, like take him away, take him away. As a person, as a normal person, you would think like, okay, they break up, ya cada quien por su lado, that way, right? But it was so toxic that I would leave and then he would be like, I'm gonna change. And it was always a cycle. And people, that's what people don't get. People were like, oh, you would leave. And why? There were times where I would leave and he would go look for me. There was times I would leave, he would break into my mom's house. Like, there was more to it. Like, it even got to the point that one time he broke into my mom's house and he went to go look for me underneath the sink.
I remember I heard you say
Someone underneath the sink. Like, you know? So it got to the point that I feel, hey, Anna, I was like, and then I used to always cry, like, God, like, why am I going through this? Like, why am I going through this? When my kids were taken away, I was like, God, why am I going through this? But then I realized that He was actually answering my prayer. Now I could sit here and be like, you know what? Underneath the sink as well. Is that right, Kevin? Like, now I could really say, you know what? He did answer my prayer. Because my prayer once upon a time was, God, if this man is not for me,
take them away.
away. Like me and my kids deserve better. Yep. Not that I deserve better. Me and my kids deserve
because you come
better.
as a package. It's not just you.
And the only reason, and it's like me and my kids deserve better. And it was to the point where if I would have left and it would have been like I said, a regular separation, I would have still stressed about, oh, the passport. Oh, if I want to take him out, like I have to deal with this dude still, right? It was still going to be an attachment, right?
So, yeah.
So it got to the point that once the kids were taken and we went through court and all that, and finally they gave me full custody, that's when I was like,
this was God was doing this whole time. Yeah. That's what He was doing.
He was answering my prayer, but again, we get so desperate because you want God to answer your prayer like this.
What happens is we want instant gratification. We want it now. Like, God, I prayed for you. I need this done like now in 24 hours. But that's not how God works. He tells you, pray to me and I will make it right when it's the time right. And this is what I've always said, like Diosito, honestly, he's the only man, the only person who's never let me down, even in his no's and his not right nows. He was protecting me. Back then, I didn't see it. Back then, I was like, oh God, but I really want to be here. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm so used to it. And God is like, no, like, trust me. So I've learned to like trust the process. Like, if something leaves, let it. If this didn't work out, let it. If that happened that way, let it. Like, it's okay. Like, don't question it. Like, God is never going to take away something that is good for you. Like, He's never, 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 never. But like you said, the human, we're so like, we want it now. It's ahorita or never. And then you give up and like, oh, but He doesn't listen to me. And it's like, you're thinking right here. He's thinking like way bigger, you know? And it's like, you pray and you just got to remain faithful that it's going to happen in due time. And like, you may want this, but He has something better for you. So He's going to make you go a certain way to avoid that to get you here. But it's like having the faith and learning to let go, let go, let go. Like, you literally have to let go and push forward and be like, you know what, God, I don't know what you're doing right now. Antes, like way before I was saved and way before my evolution of me, because I'm not perfect either. I have my things, but there's certain things that like I'm okay in, and there's certain things I think it's more of a personal getting triggered in some way, shape, or form. But antes, I used to be oh my God, why is this happening to me? And I would be like FML, like, you know, and I'm like, but then like I started reshifting myself, and then I said, okay, God, why is this happening? What do I need to learn? Why are you doing this to me? I know that there's a reason why this is happening, because you're trying to teach me something. Help me understand your ways. Like, help me understand, you know, there's always a positive to a negative. Like, always, no matter how it may look, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I would be like, okay, God, there's a reason why this is happening. I remember one time I was broken and I was sitting on my bed and I was crying, but I was laughing because I was like, okay, God, my heart is being broken right now for a reason. Like, there's a reason for this. Like, I trust in you wholeheartedly. Like, I was shivering and shaking and so like inconsolable. And I was just like, it's okay, God. Like, it's okay. Like, there's a reason for this pain. I'm learning something out of this. And let me tell you, I learned, and now I'm like, bye. Okay. All right. That's fine. Because God has something better. There's this like beautiful meme that I love, and I'm sure you've come across it, but it's of a little girl holding a little bear. And the bear's like hella raggedy, old. It's missing one eye. Buttons are missing. It's raggedy, and she's holding on to it. And God's like, give it to me. And she's like, no, but it's mine. And He's like, no, give it to me. And she's like, no, but it's mine. It's always been with me. I've had it forever. And God's like, just give it to me. And He's holding the ramo buchon, the balloons, and like that big Costco bear. And all He's saying is, trust me, I got you. I got something better for you. But we're stuck in a place where like we get complacent, we get comfortable, and like you said, we're not perfect, right? And you healed from this and you're cool. But then something happens and it's a new level to be unlocked. Because it's like little levels like in a video game. That's what life's about. And when you get there and you're like, oh shit, I gotta work on this now. It's a new level unlocked that I gotta work on. But you have so much like history, and you have so much like wisdom behind you that you learn to maneuver through life differently now. Before you didn't, you know, and God answered your prayer. You asked God, if this man is not for me, then take him away. God's like, got it. I'm gonna take him away. Like, I'm not just gonna push him away. Like, I'm gonna take him completely away to where you have sole custody. You don't gotta ask for permission. You don't gotta do nothing. You're their mom and their dad, and that's it. But you weren't thinking like that before.
Yeah. No, because even when like the divorce, right? I filed divorce back in June 2020.
Uh-huh.
And I remember when I filed, I was crying. I cried because I was like, damn, like I love this man. Like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? But then I realized that it wasn't me. Because right now he's with his fifth baby mama and he's still a piece of shit. Keep in mind, I'm the first one, okay?
I remember
Like,
when you said fifth, I was like, that one time when you were on that live, I was like, no manches. Like, no
he
manches.
got 7 kids. He got 7 kids. He only takes care of the 2 that he has with her. and then her two kids.
Wow.
So he takes care of those kids, but not his kids. But it's not their fault. You get me? Like it's just he a deadbeat. That's just what he chose to be. But back then, go say.
Just real quick before I forget.
Oh.
Sometimes, did you know that certain men are not meant to be in our children's life because they're gonna do more harm than good in their life?
You know what? It's something I've always, and that's why I'm okay because I feel like this is things I've never shared. Okay, you guys. The reason why I'm okay that he's not around my kids, it's because it got to a point, and this is how sick this individual is. Keep in mind, my kids, when we lived with him, the last time my kids were 4, 5, and 8. Okay, 4, 5, and 8. Matthew was 4. Jacob was 8. No, I mean Stephen was 5. Jacob was 8. Okay, 5 and 8 years old. He had this mentality of when we would go out, he would tell the boys like, "Oh, look at that girl. Look at that girl's ass." I'm sorry. What grown ass man
Teachers their kids to be a
tells
dog
a
from babies.
5 and an 8-year-old like no? I got to the point that I would tell Matthew, like, no, like, Papa, like, no, because he would be like, stop, stop. Like, he would tell him, right? Like, to stop telling him that.
Yeah.
And his excuse was like, well, I don't want him to be, you know, I'm sorry. You don't put that in your kid's head of, oh, it's because I don't want him to be like this.
No.
Like,
You're supposed
what's
to
your,
teach them how to
like,
respect women.
like, what's your fear? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, as a grown ass man, you're not telling a 5 and an 8-year-old to go look at a fucking old ass woman's ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
And it got to a point that and I've said this on live before, where it got to the point that once my kids were given back to me, they started seeing a whole new routine. My routine was I was getting up, and my channel this every single day. I try to go on live and do my makeup. People are like, "Why do you do your makeup?" Because it makes me feel good. Because it's part of my routine now. Because if I don't do my makeup, I feel like shit, right?
Yeah.
That it got to the
Your
point that
self-love to yourself.
it got to the point that I had to do my makeup every single day, and the kids, Stephen and Jacob would be like, "Why do you do your makeup? Why do you do makeup? Why do you do makeup? And why do you dress like that?" Because they were so used to having me like or seeing me dress a certain way, and I was like, as a woman, and I said, when you have your girlfriends, you're not gonna tell them how to dress because again, that's what they were used to.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell them. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. And I'm like, when you have a girlfriend, do you want her to tell you not to hang out with your friends? And they're like, no, okay, well, you're going to allow her because, again, they were used to
They were
seeing.
used to that environment. Yeah, that was a
I was
norm to
always
them.
home. I was always home. And then he was always out. Like, my kids were always with me. That's just how it's been. My kid, the most that they haven't even been with me was the time that they were taken away. But my kids are usually with me every single day. So it's to the point now where if when was it? 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I had said I'm going on a date, right? I took these kids and they're like, "Oh, put this." I'm like, "Okay, that's too revealing. Like, relax." Like,
You're like baby steps, baby
I'm like,
steps.
I ain't there yet, right? But it just got to that point where I had to teach my kids, right? And then going back to the divorce. I had filed back in June 2020, so I was crying. I was like, fuck, like I still love this man. Like, what the hell, da da da, right? It got to the point that when I filed divorce, I didn't ask for anything. I didn't want anything. I was like, I'm just done. I want this over with, whatever, right? And then I used to always say, like, fuck, man, God, like, why is the divorce taking forever? Why is the divorce taking forever? Why is it taking forever to sign? Why is he like taking whatever, right? Back in summer of 2023, he finally signed. So I didn't get the paperwork until November 2023. So then it went from there. And when I got the paperwork, I saw all the bullshit lies that he wrote on that paperwork. And again, he wasn't trying to talk to me because I know the truth, right? It's easy for him to manipulate another female for her to
That
think.
doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I got the paperwork and then it says community assets and it says the motorcycle and it says the car, I was like, how is this community? She's like, well, yeah. And I said, baby girl, I bought this. I bought this before we even got married. Like, I paid for this. Well, he said, it's not true.
Yeah.
So it even got to the point where he was like, she was like, oh, he doesn't want to have no contact with you. Yeah, because I'm not there anymore. I'm not there believing his lies. Like, I'm done. So even his hi to me is like, so then she goes, so after that day before they left, she said, he asked me if he said that he'll help you if you let him see the kids. And I said, no, we've done this already.
Yeah.
We've
No.
done this. He helps me a month or two, and that's it. Se lava las manos, and then he comes back whenever he feels like being a dad. Sorry, my kids are not when I feel like being a dad. When I don't like
It's
no.
not. It's not when he wants to. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, all of a sudden. No, you got to be consistent, or like, or see, no. And that's what I'm telling you. Like, I feel like sometimes some dads are not meant to be in the children's life, and things like this happen because they're gonna do more harm than good to them. Like they are,
Yeah,
because
like
it can't just be temporary. It's like a continued all the time consistency. It's not just when you want to or when you have time. It's all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
like when he would cut their hair and he
Uh-huh.
would post them, he would be like, "Oh my God, he's such a good dad." I'm sorry, I was driving an hour. I was driving an hour to take them to the barber shop so they could get a doctor visit type of shit. They would go in there, both of the boys would get a haircut, they would go to the liquor store next door, chips, soda, gum, come and pick them up.
Wow.
So it got to the point that I was like, my boy, like my kids don't deserve this. So keep in mind, I'm having full custody. I had full, like he had no visitations, no nothing, and I was still being nice,
Yeah.
right?
You're trying to be an adult.
Yeah. So then once this divorce that ended up going to where he ended up going to we went in November 2023, then March we were supposed to go to trial. We didn't go to trial because January he ended up asking the court to take down the court date because he was supposed to go to jail because he had beat up his fourth baby mama. So he went to jail from January to July for beating
Uh-huh.
his fourth baby mama last year. So then we ended up going to court October. October comes, and keep in mind he's the one that requested the court, and it was to for child custody. Keep in mind, children's court already had told him no. Criminal court had already told him no. So
But
we
he
were
was still trying.
right. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, okay, I guess he's still gonna try. I kid you not. The laptop was right here.
Uh-huh.
The judge was right here, paperwork right here, and he's saying like, "Oh, Mr. Lopez, like the this whatever," basically stating how there was a restraining order, right?
Uh-huh.
Keep in mind, he's the one that requested the court date. The next thing you know, the judge straight out says, "Oh," he straight out tells the judge, "Well, I'm not here to see the kids. Like, I'm not fighting for the kids. I could care less to see the kids." When he said that, the judge was just like, "Wait, what? Like, what the fuck just happened?" Like the judge straight out heard him say, "I don't care to see the kids. I'm not here to fight the kids. Like I don't care for the kids."
Wow.
So it's like you go tell people like I care for no.
No, and then right there you should show the true
Video.
colors.
There's a video somewhere there where I had left, and that was the time he went to go look for me. What underneath the sink, where he said, "I don't want to see you again." Oh, you left again. I don't want to see you again. Keep in mind, yeah, he did. He went to my mama's house to break in to go look for me underneath the damn sink.
That is insane.
But that captain said, "I don't care to see the kids. Shove them up where they came from." And I put the text message on the video. Like I even put a video of that he deleted off his Instagram talking about like, "Oh, I love to help the community, this and that or whatever." But I was like, "You like to help the community, but what about your kids?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we went to court this November was for assets.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I used to always ask God, like, why is the divorce taking forever? Why is the divorce taking forever? God knew not to allow the divorce to happen then because I was still so weak for that man at that time that whatever he wanted, I would have probably been like, yeah, just take it, whatever, you know,
It had to
pobrecito,
make you
pobrecito,
stronger.
you
It
know,
had to make you stronger.
and it had to make me stronger because that day of the divorce court, November, I kid you not, I promise you that I would have never had the strength to pull everything that I pulled out. I pulled out my bag. I pulled out a
Your
folder.
binder. I remember with your
Girl,
binder
I
when you
look
went to
like a whole
court.
ass lawyer, guys. You know what
I
you
know.
guys
I
to hire
seen you.
me?
I was like,
I
okay, Miss
I kid you
Luna
not.
attorney.
I had to where they said the judge was like, oh, okay, like the 401k. He wants to say, oh, I don't have a 401k. And I said, he sure has a 401k. And then he goes, oh, do you have paperwork? I pull out the paperwork, show him his 401k. He addresses it to him, hey, do you have a 401k? And he's like, no, he was stuttering. That I was like, God, like by the grace of you, because he started stuttering and then he's like, ma'am, where did you get this? Blah, blah. And I said, well, when he used to work at CBS, he was in the union. Da, da, da. And then once I put him on child support, he stopped working because he didn't want to give me child support because he was supposed to pay me 2,100. And so then he ends up saying, so then he tells them like, okay, so I see a 401k. He's like, well, it was temporary. Bullshit. Come on, my boy. Like the judge ain't stupid. So then the judge ends up telling me, like, you know what? I'm granting you part of the 401k. He's like, oh, it's not going to be a lot. That's not the point. The point to me, it's not like if it's going to be a lot of 401, if it's going to be a lot of money.
Yeah, you deserve your
It's the
part.
principle. You get
The
me?
principle of the
Where
fact.
you were so used to getting it your way that this time I'm like, I'm going through the same thing right now. I feel I need it, but I can't afford. Do you please have any advice, girl? When I tell you receipts,
Okay, print out all the texts, print out all the emails,
I promise you,
everything.
girl.
Red
That's what you need.
receipts. Hey, go to your deleted receipts because I barely learned how to do that. Deleted fucking text messages. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
And go and delete that thread and print everything out. Screenshot, 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 screenshot.
I had my text messages. I kid you not. I even told my chat. I
Shout
said
out
I
to
have a
Cloud
text
Audio.
thread. I was like,
with
I
that.
have a text thread of 2 years that I didn't delete. And I kid you not, a month later, after like probably mid December, I was like, all right, you guys, I'm gonna delete the thread. I deleted that shit. My storage went from toon to toon because I had a lot.
You did.
And
You did.
so then he comes and then he goes, oh, what's another thing? And I said, my motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, okay, so I give him the paper. Oh no, first so he got arrested March 2020, and then I ended up filing stolen report June 2020. And the reason why I filed it was because the bank had called me asking me if I was trying to change the registration. And I said no, and I let them know what happened. And so they're like, okay, I need you to do a report. And keep in mind, October 2019, the judge had already told him that he had to give me back the motorcycle. So it was way before he got arrested. So he never gave me anything back. So then I ended up doing the report because again, they're trying to change the registration. And then I'm like, okay, fuck, I do that, give it to the bank. Obviously, it's there, right? Then the next thing you know, on his paperwork, he wants to say that that motorcycle was his. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I didn't realize you could do a stolen report for a car or a motorcycle that's not yours. Don't sit there and say that the motorcycle is yours, my boy. Like, you're a joke.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah,
then they're like, the judge was like, do you have paperwork on it? And I was like, no. But then I remember I had my insurance that I had put on 2016. So I had the insurance, and you know how like the insurance, it tells you like the name and all that. I gave it to him. And that's when he was like, oh, like this is hers. So the judge ends up telling him like that he has to give me back the motorcycle. And then he's like, well, I don't have it, this and that. Keep in mind, he does have it. His own friend said that he put the bike apart because he didn't want to give me back the motorcycle. So it's like, you're going to give me back the motorcycle or you're going to pay me the money. Like at this point, like it's one way or another, right?
Yeah. It's going to be yours regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
So when it came down to the car that he took, right, he forged a signature on my car, which right now the DMV is investigating because of the forged signature. So the judge had basically said this car is not basically his because he showed the registration. and I showed my payoff. Like I showed my contract
That it was yours.
that it was mine, but because it was the registration was under his name because again he forged the signature and I had gone to the DMV and I had said like, oh, I need a copy of it. They said like, oh, the judge needs to fucking basically request it. So then I went again and they said, okay, you're gonna have to go through the DMV and show paperwork that that car belongs to you, which I did. And right now it's under investigation. And so I have to take them to court for that, right? So I started laughing because I was like, damn, like I used to question why is it that my divorce is taking this long, but it took this long for me to be strong enough to stand
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't show up to court October and he didn't show up to court November.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
sorry, baby boy. You wanna act como que tienes pinches pelotas? Why didn't you show up to court? Yeah, because you know you're lying. Because you know that you can't face me because you know I'm saying the truth.
And you have all the
And,
receipts too.
and I felt so good when the judge straight out told him, I don't believe anything you're saying.
Uh-huh.
And I said, damn, finally, like, finally, someone from the authorities could be like, you know what? I don't believe you. Like, finally, right? And that's what, and it goes back to again, you guys, that sometimes you question why are things happening the way that they're happening, or why this or why that. It's because God is preparing you for something.
He is.
Because I could have never thought that I was going to be strong enough to show up in court like here, because I pulled out paperwork from left to right.
He set you up because you were gonna win. He set you up to be confident. He set you up to be assertive. He set you up not to be scared. He set you up that like you got this. But it had to take time. It wasn't at that time. And it's like that's what it is. Like you have to let God. It's hard. I know it is. It's easier said than done. And you're like, pero no, pero es que yo no creo que esto. Just have faith. Like, trust me, everything's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's not the time, it's not the place. You're not meant to be there. Just hold off. But we're so eager. And it's like God will be like, okay, fine, go do it. And then he's gonna be like, okay, we're back. All
We're
right,
back here.
we're back here. And you know, God understands. Like he's such a God of like, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So he's gonna keep repeating that cycle until you sit your ass down and say, "Okay, God, go. I'm okay." You
It
know.
happens. I've been so done. It happens, Wendy, and I've always said like love is so blind because I kid you not. To this day, keep in mind we're not even together. I don't even talk to the dude. I haven't spoken to the dude in 2 years, and to this day, I still find out things that I'm like, damn. I remember there's a part in my story where I'm talking about how we used to go to this friend's house and he used to always be on me and I used to be like, what the hell? Like he was so worried about what I was talking to the girl, right? And I thought it was about me, like him worrying about if I was gonna say something. But now, last year in March, I found out that the reason the I found out certain things that I feel that that's the reason why he would always try to like see what we were talking about was because I ended up finding out that he used to actually use their house to go meet up with girls. So the girls thought he lived at that house.
Oh wow.
And the friend used to always sound like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have your wife, like, you have your kids, what the fuck are you doing? So the whole time I was thinking, like, oh, fuck, he's over here trying to see what I'm talking about. But in reality, the whole time he was just trying to make sure
Covering his back.
that girl was not going to say anything because he was using their house to meet up girls.
Wow. That's
And keep in mind, that was March of last year. Like, me and the dude are not even together. We don't even talk. And I'm just kind of like,
but tell
girls
me,
on TikTok.
but tell
Once I
me.
posted his face,
Uh-huh.
girls on, because keep in mind, it took me 5 years to even post his face. And when I finally posted his face, people were like, what the fuck? I started getting messages. Luna, he did this to me. Luna, this happened. And I'm like, what the fuck?
But
And
tell
I
me, doesn't
believe
it
it.
feel good
I
like
believe it because of certain things that
that they
they
said?
said.
Yeah, because you already know how he was. But tell me, doesn't it feel good, like to know, like you don't got to deal with that, like that has nothing to do with you, like it's not for you to worry about. It's like this like peace that you have in your heart, that you're like, I don't even react. I don't even care. Like you almost feel sorry for those women that are going through it because you've been there. And like you're not worried, you're not investigating, you're not searching, you're not calling. It's like the level of like peace that brings to you when you finally like let go and you hear things and you're like, okay, all right, like all right.
And like, and then I remember someone had made a comment one day that said they said like, "Oh, Luna hasn't dated because she thinks she's still gonna get back with her baby daddy." People believe that I have to post everything here.
They don't know what you're up
Like,
to.
like they don't know. Like they don't know if I'm with somebody or not. Like they don't. You know what I mean? Like they don't know if I'm moving to like be with the guy. Like they don't know. But to me,
The sex of the person, it was that person, you know? And I'm not attracted to that anymore, like by any means, because as you evolve and as you heal and as you grow, and then you end up getting what you thought you wanted, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, this is not it. Like, you reshift your thought process, you reshift like what you look for in somebody. Now you want to deal with somebody on a more depth level. Like you said, someone who's about God, somebody who understands that you're a mom, somebody that understands that you need help and you want them to be there for you, somebody who gives you the 5 languages of love, not just one or two, all of them. That's what you want. Now it's different. It's the intention. It's not just, oh, da, da, da. No, it isn't. And who knows? You might get someone who you say you want this and that, and who knows, this person might have everything you wanted and still like have certain aspects that you still want in the physical, because let's be real, but what's meant for you will come to you when you're ready.
Eddie
You're
said,
like,
"I'm glad you ladies finally learning about looks." Yeah, like I never, how I said, I never thought I would like date someone, and he's sweet, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I had to get used to the queen, the honey, the babe, the mommy, and before to me, if my child, I'm like, ew, what the fuck is wrong with you? Shut up. Now I had to, esos son los peores. So
right?
I had to like my type was not my type anymore.
You had to
My,
reshift your thought process and the way that you think. I'm not thinking about.
wait, you sound like you're covering up.
I said that's why your thought process changes, like your looks, your like everything changes because you're at a different level. You're healed. Like you see things different now. And the thing with like I tell people all the time, be careful with the women of God, because we feel, we sense, we dream it, we hear it, and there's no going back. Like it's our intuition. And there's a word for it, and I can't it's I can't think about it right now, but there's another word for it instead of your intuition. It's called, oh my god, I can have it right here at the tip of my tongue.
You're like,
Discernment. You have discernment. Discernment. When you have discernment, oh, trust me. And God will give it to you, and He will put it in your ear. And if you listen, the more He does it for you. But when you're like, no, 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 okay, pues.
yeah, I feel that. Like for instance, I was dating someone. Well, I was in a whole relationship with someone last year, right? And I got to the point that I was like, I really wanted it to be him. Like I really wanted it to be him, right? And it just got to the point that eventually I was like, I'm done. Like I used to always tell my people, like I'm done. And they would see me back, and they'd be like, Luna, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know, I know. And then he knew he was my weak spot, and then he would reach out to me if it was on this page, it was on the other page. I'm like my backup, and if it wasn't there, it was through the email, and if it wasn't through the email, like it was through another number. And I'm over here like, fuck, I remember, and I really wanted it to be him. And when I tell you, I have never ever cried for any dude the way I cried for that dude. I did not even cry like that for my kid's dad. That's how I knew that that's who I fell for, like hard. Like when I tell you, Lady V heard me. She was the first person I was like, ah, like it was so bad that I couldn't even fucking breathe. I was crying. I was fucking holding onto the wall because of how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, damn, like I really fell for you. Let's not say that one. Like I really fell for you, dude. And then it just got to the point that I was like, you know what? Like, no, like, and I started learning how to let him go, and it would still hurt me. But I was like, no, like I'm letting you go. And it got to the point that one day I really had to tell him, like, leave me the fuck alone. Like you're not what you're saying that you are. Like you are a whole fuck boy. Like just leave me the hell alone. That eventually he ended up getting exposed on someone's live that
Oh
he
wow.
deactivated his account and I haven't heard from him again.
Oh wow.
He's blocked my phone. He's blocked on my phone, and then he's blocked on my work number. So I don't.
When he got exposed, he did something bad or like,
No, 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 no. It was just like him trying to get. So he was trying to get at this dude's girl.
oh snap.
But then it was because he was trying to get at other girls. That's why he would never try. He never wanted to post, and he never wanted me. He never wanted to post me, but he wanted me to post him, but never to tag him. So it was just like weird,
Es un
right?
perro que no come y no deja comer. ¿Qué les
Exactly.
decimos a esos?
So then it got to a point that the same time he was trying to get with that girl, he was telling me and he was coming into my chat like, "I love you, Luna. Like, I really want to be with you. Like, Luna, like, unblock me, Luna. I want to talk to you, Luna. Can we fix
Hello, red flag. He was a whole motherfucking circus and you still wanted to go ride the fucking pony. What the hell?
Like it was so bad. Like it was
Oh
so bad
no.
that I remember like I would call someone and or she would call me and I would just be like, dude, like I feel like shit. Like I didn't want to get out of my bed. I didn't want to do anything. Like or sometimes I would go on live and I would act like I was good, but in reality, like what 2 minutes ago I was like in my bed. Y ella le seguía. Y yo les, well, yeah. And so it just got to the point where at the end, I was like, I'm
Hey,
done.
my love. Hi, Betty.
And then once I let him go, like, I just,
You had to. It was for your own sanity. Like God was showing you. But now you know. Like, and it could happen, you know. I feel like we're just in a, like, we want to believe in people and we want to trust them. And until I feel like the first one that you see, you're like, no, like, I'm good. Like, it's crazy nowadays. It's hard. Like the dating world is hard because people she was always down with him. Yeah. Um nowadays you just don't know. Like you have to be careful and you have to pay attention. It's like if my probationary period was long.
was Angie that I ended up realizing, and I did tell my chat that I ended up realizing that I was trauma bonded. Because I was so used to what my kid's dad did that that was him without the ass beats.
Yeah.
Like I
You
would go on live and I would post him.
gravitated to that. You would
Why are
gravitate.
you dressed like that? And why are you posting? And why are you showing your boobs? And you better fucking cover up. And I don't want you battling guys. Y yo todavía pendeja like, oh, he loves me. Like,
He was a narcissist, controlling.
yeah.
Oh, did you know?
But then when he would go on live and he would flirt, it was like, you know, I'm trying to get my money up. And I'm like, oh, and
Oh, but it's okay for you to do it. But
what
not
about
me.
me?
Oh, hell no.
You're recovering all the time with Jesus and it's hard. You ladies got this.
No, we do.
And so it got to the point that, like,
Yes,
so I was just like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to date nobody until my divorce is done. And I kid you not, the day that my divorce was like, it hit November 22nd. That was my last court date.
remember that, yeah.
I ended up getting, as my last court day or whatever, like, that's when I ended up getting a message. And then I told this person, I was like, no, like, he's like, how's the love life? And I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't want anybody right now. Like, I'm going to focus on me. And he's like, you didn't even give me a chance. And I'm like, keep in mind, I don't just give anybody a chance. So then I was like, nah. And then he goes, nah, like, Luna, this, and that. To me, it was weird because I was like, what the fuck? Like, since when was this? And then he started like telling me, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I told him, I was like, I always found you attractive, but never did I ever think that I was your type. Like, make it make sense. So then it went from there, and then we went from talking, and then right now it's just kind of like we're trying to like figure out life. You know, we're trying to figure out life, and hey, flowers, we're trying to figure out life, and that's just what it is. Like,
Yeah. And you just gotta take it one at a time. And I tell people this, like, get to know somebody, talk to them, ask the hard questions, even if they're like, damn, you really, yeah, I want to know because I want to know where your mentality's at. Like, I think next time,
Oh hell no.
like next time, I'll be like, I need you to get I need you to read me. I need you to read me a whole page right now. Like, I need you to read me a whole page. I want to see if you even know how to read. Like, where's your mentality at? Um, how long have you been at work? Like,
Wait, I'm not the whole read a whole page.
because
Sad.
then that because then that tells you where their mentality's at and how they can carry on a conversation and stop, right, and continue in a comma, and then that shows me where their mentality's at, where their education's at. Like, girl, like there's gonna be like I need the cheese with tocaya.
Fucking
Yes, stop.
cannot.
And then there's gonna be like so many like questions like I can observe. I wouldn't date someone who has social media. Like I wouldn't
That's what I said. I don't.
I don't want to date somebody that has social media because I've just gone proven. Yes, prima, we gotta go out date. I will come down to Richland, my guy, and we can talk. Um, it just proved to me how someone can act a certain way on social media and do things, and then when you kind of throw them back in the streets, they go back to that mentality, and I'm like, oh my god, like you are, like you portray this person, but you're really not, and it's like it's sad, but it's okay. It's taught me that there's gonna be a deeper questionnaire. Probation's gonna be a little bit extra longer.
Thank you.
Okay, you're this age. All right, let me see what you're working with. Like mentality, talk, conversation, like scenarios. I don't care if they're like, oh, you're too much. I am, and I'm worth it.
Dude, Yeli said they really show us who they are over and over, so we need to believe
Oh,
them.
trust me. I said, like, you me? Like, it was like God, okay, like Cinderella at midnight, like everything turns back into a pumpkin, like at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock hit and something happened, and I was like, huh. Yeah, I just got hit with an epiphany. And 2 days later, there was a talk, and I said, you did this in front of me. I can't unfeel how I feel. And I think it's best if you go home. A week later, still trying, and I said, yeah, like you need to see what time they can pick you up in LAX this week. Like, that's how it is. Because I know, like, you give people the benefit of the doubt, you give them a chance, and they don't get it. Like, Luna, like, they don't get it. Like, common sense, like, you know? So that's another thing. I'm like, do you got common sense? Can I give you a scenario? How are you gonna handle this? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
But
you
you
know?
know what? You really can't really give someone a scenario because look, like for instance, right? How many females in this chat have always said, "Oh, I'm never gonna let a I'll never get back with a cheater," and you get back with a cheater. Like you really can't put yourself and give them a scenario because people are gonna say they're gonna act one way and they don't act that way. They end up acting a whole different way.
Okay, maybe I can say this. I can say this. So, how would you act? You're a grown ass man, and if your mom didn't like me because of my kid count and my age, how would you respond to your mom?
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm the one screwing him or her. You ain't doing it. I'm the one fucking dealing with the money ways, not you or her. I mean, not
When
you.
I'm like,
Me.
when I'm
Me.
like, first of all, two kids are out of the house. I just got one left, like literally, and Carlito practically takes care of himself. Like,
I'm sorry, but I just could never. I'm sorry. I could never want to be around or associated with people. And I say people like if my partner's mom, and I mean, keep in mind, like at the end of the day, my partner says like, "Oh, I'm not here for you, mom." Like, I'm sorry because again, look, let's be real. A lot of men have this mentality of like, "Oh, my mom comes first and then my wife." oh, because my mom's gonna be my mom, my mom's gonna be there forever. I am sorry.
No,
But
your
as
part
a
is
man,
controlled.
the day that you move out and you have your own family, that's your family. That's what people don't understand. Like, that's your family. Like, that's the family that you're creating. That's the family that you want.
And so what
You know what I mean?
happens when you say, okay, like, all right, cool, like, me vale madre if they don't like me, I'm not with them, I'm with you. But it continues and you don't put a stop to it and it continues. And then you say, like, wait, well, what are you telling your family to think like that? What's really going on? Like, if you're not happy, go home. Like, I got you. No, I am. I'm like, well, it's like you don't have my back. You're not standing up for me. Like, I changed my whole world 360 for you. My family opened their arms to you, my close friends as well. You had a roof, you were fed every day, as you can tell. I don't know if you've seen the videos lately, like, little thickums, because homie ate very well. Tortillas recién hechas todos los días, comida al 100, right? Didn't have to worry about bills because I understand the economy, right? Because I'm like, I got this. Like, it's okay. It'll get better. A car always available, clothes washed every day, like treated like love, respect, understanding, like that person was heard, that person was appreciated, that person was respected. My house is a safe haven, like safe space. And you still don't stand up with the person that you love? Make that shit make sense.
Like, that's why I said, like, if I was ever put in that position,
So
like,
that's
if
why I said,
I can't, I have to walk
no.
away.
And exactly. So I'm like, okay, give me the fan of doubt. And then finally, like, it hit. And I was like, damn, you turned into a pumpkin. I see you for what you are. And this is where the road ends, because I don't deserve that. I deserve to be treated the way I deserve to be treated because I'm a good person and I'm gonna love on you and I'm gonna respect you and I'm gonna grind with you and I'm gonna have your back. Like, I'm loyal, I'm faithful, I'm honest, I'm sincere. I take care of myself. I don't need you to fucking take care of me. Everything I have is because I have it. Like, I take care of everything, and you still can't give me that, the respect and the freaking loyalty when it comes to your family. So what am I doing here? So I said, okay, go and heal. Go be with your family. Because one thing, I don't want this person to resent me later in life because they were gonna have to choose. And I wouldn't want that. That's not cool. Like, I wouldn't want that. What I expect you to do is be a freaking person con los huevos en la mano. And, it's like, ponte las pilas. But who are you dating? Are you dating the person's family or are you dating the person? No, dating the person.
But
But the person also needs to step up to the game and say, what's up? Like, look, I'm happy. They take care of me. I'm safe. I'm everything's great. Like, I need you to understand, like, this is my happiness.
yeah,
And they did it.
yeah, I think that that's where it's
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you this, toxic queen. I said, a mí, y perdóname lo que voy a decir, yo dije, a mí tu familia me la pela. Me la pela. I said that because I'm not with them, I'm with you. But all the fucking time, and the last, literally, remember, it was a season, 8 episodes. Every episode that was being brought up. After a while, Luna, or Toxic Queen, it gets rhetorical. It does. You just like,
yeah, because you feel like where I get it, because it's like, yeah, you're dating the person, right? And you expect your person to defend you because that person's with you. But
exactly.
if it's not you putting a stop, like, why would I even want to be there? Because then it's like family functions, all of this, like, voy a salir yo con mi carota, or I'm gonna be like, oh, then you go and take the kids. Like, that's not
That's
what it
right.
is. Like,
It's a separation. It creates a separation. And I'm like, I didn't want that. And I gave this individual the way to fix it, and I would talk, but I'm like, I can't tell you what to do. I can't hold your hand and be like, this is something that you had to do. You want to sit here and act all, oh, I'm a king, blah, blah, blah. Then fucking act like it. Then act like it. That's why I'm like, you get to a point in your life when you realize, like, you know what? This is not where I'm meant to be. And let's normalize ending a relationship because you reanalyzed it and you said, ¿sabes qué? They're not giving me what I need. All this surface level shit that you guys seen, the posting, the videos, the gifts, the ring, all that's great, but that's bare minimum shit. I can get that shit for me. Like the deep, like you got my back, I got your back. We're in this together, you and I, not the world. And if the person doesn't see that, it's because they don't deserve me. And I'm sorry. Like, esos tiempos de que, ay, pues esto que el otro. No. Ya no estamos en esos tiempos desde que, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It can start that way, but if you don't see change, what are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to do about it? You can only do so much, you know? And again, maturity and age are two different things. Two different things. And like I said, all the surface level shit can look great on the outside. But when you know what you want, you know what you need, you know what makes you happy, what you want in the future, if it doesn't align with it, let it go now before it goes into another season. Why not let it go now? You know, and regardless how the other person, whatever they can say, that's, you know what? I've learned at my age, you can't control what people say and do. The only control you have is how you react to what they say and do. That's the only control. And I can give a two deditos en medio what's being posted out there, what's said. I wouldn't even know, my guy, because this individual is blocked from everywhere. Like all the social medias, the phone, the mom phone, the son phone, everything. Everything. Con nomás con eso te dejo, because I'm like, there's a one way. Yo te mando para allá y ahí te quedas. I don't it's like refrying. It's like reheating your freaking McDonald's fries, sometimes going back to your exes. Like, have you reheated McDonald's fries in an air fryer? That shit's nasty.
That's where I feel like where I'm at, where it's like if I block you or if I cut you, like that's just it. Like I can't go back to that. Like I really can't go back to that. And that's how I'm moving 2025. 2025 is like I can't go back to that.
No, you can't, because look, I feel like if God
Whether
brings,
it's friendships or relationships.
yeah, no, we're talking, you know how I am, Luna. We're talking about all the situationships, the friendships, the like intimate relationships, the work relationships, the family relationships. We're talking about everybody. Aquí cortamos parejo. Aquí no andamos con, okay, no. Like, you're gonna do it, be like that, clear cut all around. And that's, again, we go back to, if I'm the villain in your story, great, cool. Like, okay, I'm the villain. Maybe you and me, okay, am I the villain? Am I the problem? Like, you know, I don't care.
I'm the problem.
Like, I'm the problem because why? Because I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I seen what I had to see. I gave it a chance y le di todo el pinche corazón, todo. But it got to a point where I'm like, this is fucking with my mental. I'm not happy. This is not where I want to be. This is not what I inspire in the future. So before we hit another season, another episode, tuvo que pasar lo que pasó. Y no me importa. Y God knows, like, girl, if I wanted to, whew, sheesh. Pero ¿pa' qué? No estamos en esas. Mejor, ¿sabes qué? I keep on growing. I keep on healing. I keep on evolving. It's like I had heard. When two people end a relationship, look at how they act. One is going to go out there and act like a fool, act like a victim, and already fishing. The other person is going to, which is probably the one that left the relationship, is going to grow, is going to heal, and it's going to evolve. You are going to run to people, and people are going to run to me. So what does that tell you? Enough said right there. I don't need my leg back. I don't need to talk smack. And let's be real, whoever's in this little chat and whoever's on the outside looking in, what I'm saying right now, I can repeat it with that individual in a box, porque yo sí tengo huevos y yo lo digo desde el abajo, no más para afuera, porque todo lo que estoy diciendo es la purita verdad. I got testimonies here.
Well, like the other day, someone had reached out to me, right? And they're like, Luna this, Luna that. And I'm like, you know what? Like, believe what you want, you know? Believe what you want. I said, because I'm not going to sit here and prove to people.
Exactly.
And then they're like, but Luna,
Like my tocaya said, God shows us and reveals and removes because it's the redirection, baby.
yeah.
It's true.
And then they're like, Luna. So I showed, because apparently only 3 screenshots were shown, right?
Oh.
So I threw 1, 2, 3. I threw everything. I
Uh-huh.
threw Cash App. I threw emails. I threw text messages. I threw phone logs.
Girl, you had the whole receipt.
I threw phone logs.
Mm-hmm.
And this person was like, I didn't think that you had talked. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, because they made it seem like you guys haven't talked at all. And I said, this is mine. The call logs don't lie. The boxes don't lie. I'm not going to sit here and believe me.
Yeah, no, you got.
That's just
It's
it.
like you have the receipts. Like aquí tengo todo. Like there's nothing to hide. Like they can say what they want, but like el papelito habla, como dice el dicho. Like
Yeah.
el papelito dice
And it's
todo.
just annoying because everybody's like, again, like always, like, I'm the villain. Cool. That's why I said, like, I'm okay being the villain. Like, there was a post that I did say where it's like, peace is being selfish and boundaries is you being the villain. And that's just it. It's okay to want different things now and still care for the person. It's okay to be in a different point in your life. That's okay. You know what I mean? Like that. It's
okay.
part of how you say, like, the part of growing, the part of evolving. Like that's just it.
That's the way it is. And like a lot of people that are not healed and that don't understand, they see it as like, oh, she's doing this. No, it's just you need to understand at the level that I'm at, I require depth. I require things that are beyond the surface level. And if you can't give it to me, like it's nothing against you. You're just not at the level to give it to me. And I don't want to hurt you. And I don't want to, como te digo, like knock off points. It's because you generally don't know how to give it because you haven't been there. So I rather let you go, find your way, find somebody in your bracket where you can grow and heal with that person. But where I'm at in my life, in my journey, I already been through it. I know what I've been through. I know what I've gone through. And that's why I protect my heart and I protect me as a person so much more because ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Ain't nobody gonna step up here and be like, "Da, da, da." No, yo lo tengo que hacer. Y sometimes, aunque te duela, y aunque it's for the best, but people don't understand that. It's okay to be like, that's why we date. Just because you date somebody don't mean they belong to you. Just because you date somebody doesn't mean you're going to be with that person forever. You're entitled to say, ¿sabes qué? It's not working out. This is what's going on. I'm not the one for you. You're not the one for me. What do you want me to do? Drag you along and fake the funk on social media and with people around? Oh, girl, please. That's the last thing that I could ever do.
I feel like my person is gonna be not on social media. I think my person is gonna be wearing some dirty ass boots, and that's how I want my man.
He's
Like
gonna be a construction
I don't want my
worker.
man on social media. I want my man to be like, babe, I just came from work. Where's my food? With las pinches botas sucias, and you know what I mean. Like that's the
Provider.
that's the guy that I want.
I know it's like
You know?
sometimes I feel like saying, man, shut the fuck up, get off of social media and go get a job. Like not you, but so and so individual. Did I just really come out? It did. It's true. Like you must
No,
have.
it's true because I even said it yesterday, and I proved the point yesterday. So my son is about to be 15.
Uh-huh.
I said this generation nowadays, when it comes down to men, like they what is it called? Like it's easy for them to be like, oh, post, let's post something. Like, hey babe, like, let's do this. And I said, I'm sorry, this generation is lazy.
It is.
And I even said, I said, because there you go, because we were talking about politics. Well, not the politics. Yeah, we were talking about politics. We were talking about like how the fact that Mr. Trump is doing everything. Like, he's so worried about the people in the streets. I'm like, you need to worry first the people in jail, toss those people out, and then worry about everybody else, because you're worried about the ones working in the fields and doing all of this stuff. When
the criminals that you actually have.
and then I said, then we're gonna have a whole ass food shortage because they're worried about that. And I said, I'm sorry, but not all these dudes will work in fields. So then I told my son, I said, and my Juliana was here, so she's my mom, right? So I was like, and she's one of my friends. So I was like, oh, Juliana's husband said that, keep in mind, he works he's like a nurse, or I don't know what he does at a hospital, but I was like, oh, he's a plumber. And he's a plumber, and he said that if you could go work with him every Saturday, and that he'll pay you money, but you have to do like pipes and poop and all this stuff, right, to gross him out.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but for how much? And I was like, oh, only $80 a day. He goes, only 80? He's like, nah. And I'm like, my boy, but it's
Good job.
But then I had told him, I said, oh, but even though I know that, what is it called? Like, minimum wage is not $10, but I said, I was like, oh, it's $10 an hour. Like, that's what minimum, He's like, hell no. And I said, this is the problem. Like, these kids are fucking lazy. Like, these kids, this generation is fucking lazy, and I'm sorry, it is. Like, I want my man to be like, you know what, babe? Like, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna go get my botas. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that. Like, cool. Like, I want him to be like, oh, babe, I'll be back. The oil,
A provider, like, and it's like, it's not that like we
I'm
need
not
to
asking you to do 100. I'm not
Like,
asking
I
you to
got
do everything.
like exactly like we got this, but when you feel like you're the provider and you're the female and you're the man and you're like everything, I'm like, I guess I'm a chingona, but like damn, like all these fucking like cachuchas, like it's just too much, you know what I mean? And then you look at things and it's like, instead of talking all this smack on videos and stuff, I'm like, mejor di güey que te quedó grande la yegua y ya. Mejor cállate el hocico. Like, you know what I mean? Just say that. Like, cállate el hocico. Mejor get off your social media. Go heal. Go work on you, your body, your mental, your physical, everything. And then come back stronger than ever, because that's what I prayed for this person. That's what I wanted for this person. That's how I let them go. And yet they're out here acting like a fool. And that song, ¿qué parte no entiendes de la N o la O? Que ya no vuelvo contigo. I'm like, güey, mejor di que te quedó grande la yegua y cállate el hocico. Ya mejor, like, no mames. Like, you know? But again, we go back. we go.
This is the part when you know both parties.
And you know I'm right, Luna.
That's why I said this is the part where you know both parties.
even Pixie's like laughing my ass off because she knows, like, you know, Coma has been there. Like, I called Coma and I was like, hey, I need you to be there because this is what's gonna happen. Like, you know, la la la. She's like, I got you, Coma. We're good. Bro, she even tried. And it went through one ear and it came out the other. Like, so it's like, you know what? Okay, bye. We go back to like, don't sit there. And it's like, it's crazy, this generation of people. And that's not everybody, you know, because like, again, we go back to maturity and age are two different things. But like you said, like you want someone who's actually gonna step up to the plate, who be confident, who even if they mess up, they're gonna be okay with it. Like life goes on, but like be assertive. Like be assertive.
And I just want somebody that if you a baby daddy, like, I'm sorry, you better be active with them kids, because I am not gonna be flaunting someone's dead baby daddy. I'm sorry. No, thank you.
Dude, that is so embarrassing.
You're not gonna be more of a parent to my kids than your kids. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be that girl to be like, for them to be like, oh damn, like he's over here fucking taking care of that girl's kids, but not his own. Like, no, I'm sorry. You go take care of yours first. And if I see that you have a good relationship with your baby mama, then that says a lot.
A lot about you. I feel like a lot of people, you can teach a gorilla that.
Not the gorilla, my Sammy.
Oh my God. No, it's true. Like, I feel like a lot of way people act with the people around him, like, for say, like, if a man has kids and the way he treats his ex, and if they're cordial, they're respectful, they have like co-parenting, that says a lot about the guy. That says like, dang, like he knows what he did. He's taking care of his kids. He's being a responsible adult. You know, hey, like que te diga, hey, babe, like, hey, Luna, like, you know, so and so's mom, like, she's in the strand on the road, and can I go help her? You're gonna be like, yeah, go. Like, you know, that at the end of the day, she's still the mother of your children, and she deserves some respect, and that's it. It doesn't go from there, right? But another be like, oh, then you're like, oh,
I
like,
had even said, I was like, I want to look like because I the other day I said I ain't trying to date nobody's big daddy. Like I want somebody without kids,
right?
But nah, like in reality, you guys, like obviously, like there's what 90% of this population
Everybody
fucking
got
has
kids.
kids.
Everybody got
But
kids.
I want to have like I want to be in a relationship where he is a good co-parenting with his like his girl. I mean, not his girl, his ex baby mama, to where I want him to be like, hey, or her to feel comfortable enough, to feel comfortable enough to be like, you know what, Luna, like, so he's not, or I can't pick up the kids, or he can't pick up the kids. Can you go pick them up? Like, don't trip, girl. I got you. You know what I mean?
But it takes a village. It takes like two like adults in the relationship to make it work. Like I think that's great. Like because it's like, okay, you were the ex, I'm here now, and your kids are my kids, and I'm gonna treat them and I'm gonna respect them. They're like my kids. Like you need something, let me know. If I can make it work, cool. If we can't, like we'll find a way, but we'll find it together. Like I think if people were to do that more, like man, it would be so much better for those kids.
I
For
can't have that. I can't have that because even when I tried, because he was like, I want to oh, you want to co-parent? Bet. I said, you pick them up every other weekend, twice a week. So you're going to have them every other weekend and twice a week.
uh-huh.
You know what he said? He said, what are you going to do when you don't have them? What does it matter?
Your business.
What does it matter?
Nanya.
And
Nanya.
then I call you up to ask you, hey, are you financially gonna help out? Because I'm trying to go back to school. I'm supposed to go pick up my books because I was trying to be an ultrasound tech and I had taken my test. And I was like, I need to go pick up my books in 3-4 days. So I need to know if you're gonna help me out financially, because if not, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Who the fuck are you fucking? Okay, then I guess we can't do this, my boy. I guess we can do it. So when his fifth baby mama was like, oh, I said, girl, we already did this. I said, I tried to co-parent with this dude many times and he was too worried about who the hell I was fucking. She's like, well, why would he worry about, hello? What do you think? Why he's still worrying about who the fuck I'm fucking?
Because he's trying to be controlling of
Not too long ago, one of his homies legit was in my chat, like nothing, like there was nothing. He was just kind of like, oh, at first he was trying to get at me, and I told, like, le puse un alto, right? Tell me why the friend ends up messaging me like, now your baby daddy calling me, and I was like, why? Oh, because he was asking me if I'm talking to you. What the fuck does it matter if I'm talking to you or not? Like, why is he not
Yeah.
watching the kids?
Es como los perros, no te come, no deja comer. That's
And
what we
then
call it.
and then there was another dude that they had told them like, oh, she went out with him, which was not even true. They confused me with another girl. And they're like, oh, I seen him eating with so and so, this and that. Tell me why he decides to be really nice and go put a toy and like pull out a toy and basically kind of like, what the fuck? Like, you were with my baby mama. What does it matter? It wasn't me, but what does it matter?
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
boy, like you can't co-parent, and it sucks that you really can't co-parent with.
I know
With,
that.
with
And I
yeah.
find it so unfortunate. You go, after you did what you did, like you should be thankful that like your kids have a good mom. Can you just support me and be there for them? Like what I do or don't do on my off time, and whoever I'm talking or not to, whoever I'm doing or not, that has nothing to do with you. It's about the kids. But unfortunately, it goes both ways. The other individual is still like in the little kid game mentality, in the fuckboy status, in the hoochie status, that it's like they're selfish. They don't put the kids first. They're so selfish with them. They're like, no, pues, si no, pues, I'm not gonna help you. And it's like when a mom, like a female, tells the father of the children, well, it's because, well, what are you gonna do? Who are you going with? Well, then you can't check the kids this weekend. Like, what do the kids have to do with their personal lives? Nothing. Y Simba? ¿Cuál Simba? Mi gato, ahí está mi gato, mira. Ese sí se llama Simba. Yo no sé quién es Simba. ¿Quién es Simba?
And then so now it's just kind of like and it just sucks because it's like you try to co-parent because I really tried, and that's why I was able to walk away. And again, it goes back to I'm the villain because oh she doesn't let me see the kids. She doesn't let me, she when they try to put social workers on me, it's oh she doesn't let me see the kids. I try to have a relationship with you
To co-parent.
to co-parent. There's
Yeah.
text messages where you're telling me thank you for bringing the kids because I was doing the effort. I have messages where I'm telling him, I don't, if me and you are not together, doesn't matter to me. I just need you to have consistency with them. That's it. So don't go sit there, oh, she's mad. She doesn't let me see the kids because she's not with baby boy. You know damn well I tried with you, my boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn well you know me and my kids sat in restaurants waiting for you because you wanted to meet me there so we could eat or whatever so I could see the kids. And I go and you don't show up. You're too busy getting drunk. You're too busy going out with these girls.
Don't
I'm
act
sorry.
like a victim.
My kids are not fucking toys to be. Let me meet up with me at the theater so I could watch a movie with them. Okay, cool. I would go show up or whatever. He would be playing maquinitas with them. He would fucking not Snapchat it. He would put it on Instagram. Oh, Father of the Year, my boy. You just saw them for the movie and we left. Like, don't sit there and be like, oh, I love my kids and she this, she that. When it's like, you know damn well I tried.
Again,
Like,
it
I
goes back
never.
to acting like a victim. It's a narcissist move, Luna. Like when men act that way, it's because or the mothers can act that way too, because it goes both ways. You know how that goes. They're narcissists. They want to blame it on everybody, but they don't want to take ownership of their own fuck
Like
ups.
for their birthdays, like for their birthdays, right? The birthdays, I remember telling one of the sisters, I was like, dude, the fact that he didn't even call, like the fact that he didn't even show up to say happy birthday, like to me it's crazy. Like he knows where the fuck I live for him not to show up. I guess the sister ended up telling him because he ended up showing up to my house almost 11 at night. This was back in 2022.
Uh-huh.
Back in 2022? Back in 2022. He ends up showing up almost 11 at night. Cool. You brought him a cake that you and your fourth baby mama had chosen, whatever. We sang to him because I still told you, let's sing to him. And you left, and that was it. You didn't do that with my daughter. Like, how many times have I ever said, oh, you can't come and see the kids?
Yeah, you
I
never.
just told you, I need consistency. Like, they need consistency. You know what I mean? And so it just got to the point. What, Luna, can you manage a backup? No. They can't be in two agencies at the same time.
I don't have an agency. I'm a free spirit. I'm a manager.
Because I'm a manager for an agency.
You told me that. That's
So it's just to the point where I'm just kind of like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I tried, you know? Okay, so it has to be all accounts at one agency. No. It's one agency, one account. You can't have two accounts in one agency. You can't have three accounts in one agency. You can't have two accounts in two agencies. It's one account, one agency, and that's it.
That's why I'm telling you. It goes back to that what I'm saying, Luna. Like I read it somewhere, and it hit me because Canelito, right? Like Canelito's all mine, and I needed to separate him from.
Hold on, Angie.
Go ahead.
She can have two agencies. She can have an agency on her main and she can't have another one on her backup. Her agency can't even have two accounts. It's one account and that's it. Like she's already in an agency. Like she can't be part of another agency. If she wants to be part of another agency, she needs to drop out and then in 3 months go to and request another agency.
Oh wow, there's like a period.
There's a 90-day period. Oh, wow. Like I have a backup. My backup can't be with my agency. Like this one is with my agency and that's it. So that's why she don't have an agency in the backup because it's not allowed. No, you can't have an agency and it's one account. That's it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
that's
just
that's what I'm saying. Like I go back to that thing that I read because it hit me hard, and I read this a long time ago, and it said sometimes the father is not supposed to be in the child's life because they will create more damage for that child that they will do good. And that's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. But I feel like us being the mothers, if we do it for the right reasons, right? Like you did it for the right reasons. I did it for the right reasons. Like there's no shame in that because we are their mothers. We have to protect them at all costs. And in my situation with Canelito, um, this happened way back in 2018. Thank you so much, Mesa Sinaloas. Um, Happened in 2018. It was just a lot of back and forth, and Canelito got to be 10. And I was like, I couldn't lie to him anymore. Um, Birthdays or Christmas, I would buy gifts and say, oh, this is from your dad. This is from your dad. And this is for me. Because I didn't want him to feel left out, right? So I couldn't do that anymore. And my son no lo buscaba as an ATM. My son lo buscaba. He was in the military and he just wanted to know what part of the world. Like I bought him a map and I would show him where he was at y todo. I try to do my part as much as I can, but he played this like back and forth until one day I said, look, I need you to be a part of his life. If not, I will take the executive decision and take you out. Like I can't be doing this. Yeah, he's 10. Like he's getting older. He's asking questions. He's away for like 2-3 months, and then he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, I'm back," and I'm like, "Okay, good for you." And I messaged him, "Tell me why, Luna, I still have that whole thread in my phone." Because one day I'm gonna give the phone to Aiden and be like, "Here," and we've talked about it. But I just said, you know what? As of now, you're deployed into Affinity and beyond. I will take care of our son because you know I can do that. I wish you the best in life. Deseo que todo lo que tú quieras se cumpla y que Dios te bendiga con todo lo que necesitas. Hasta aquí llegamos. Bye. I blocked him. I continue with my journey with my son. But every year I tell him, Papi, if you ever want to get hold of your father, you just let me know and I can make it work. And then he would tell me, um, I'm back.
fucking daddy.
They die again. No, hell no. I just said you're deployed into Affinity and beyond. And then every year, like around his birthday, I'll be like, hey papa, like if you ever wanna talk to him, reach out to him, I'll be more than happy to put you in contact, pero te lo voy a dejar for your discretion. Like I'm not gonna get upset, I'm not gonna get mad. I want you to feel comfortable. And last year he told me, you know what, mom? Maybe a couple, 2, 3 years ago, I would have been game, but now what do I need him for? Like, what do I need him for? Like, he could have got a hold of me now, but he hasn't. I'm okay. I have everything I need here with you and, my family. And I'm like, okay, whenever you're ready, I will be there for you. We will fly down. We will make it work. Like, we got your back. And he's like, okay, mom, I appreciate it. But I want him to understand that if he should ever choose to, because I never talk bad about him, I never talk ill. I just say, you know what, he was young, he was just, in the military. And I always tell him this. I go, you know what I think your father felt that because he seen me how I took care of Kiani and Daniel, which are my oldest, but my high school sweetheart. I'm like, he knew that I got you. Like I got you. Like he seen me how I made it work with the other two. Like one more, like let's go. So he's not worried about it. But I just want you to understand that if you should ever, like we will make it work. Like I'm not gonna feel bad. Like trust me. He's like, okay, okay. And this kid is like, he's almost 6 foot. Like does really good in school. Like right now he's trying to do dual language next. Not dual language. Running Start program. He's a sophomore, and next year he's gonna do college courses with high school. So when he graduates with an 8A, his diploma, and on top of that, because he did dual language up until his 8th grade year, he graduates with the bilingual seal on his certificate. So he doesn't have to go out there and
That part.
mom when you left me to raise these kids alone. Oh my god, your friend. Um
But no, that's true.
He'll have that seal, so he doesn't have to go take that test to be an interpreter anywhere. So like he's done so much. He's a track star. Like he's trying to save up money for school. He just finished everything, so he's doing well. But I always make it clear, like if you should ever, like I got you. And he was like, I remember when you were telling the story about your son, cuando salían a comer les decía, oh, look at Excuse me, I talk a lot of shit. It's all good, Sammy. You're good. Me caíste bien just by hearing your
Oh,
message.
he's like, I'm here to pick up my son, and he picks him. I'm fucking dead. He's like, I'm here to pick up my son, and he picks him. He's like, all right, I'll come back next week.
Oh heck no.
Have you seen that one?
No?
So there's a movie, but there's now it's a TikTok. Go look at it where it says like, I'm here to pick up my son. So he comes, like he knocks, he goes inside because he's like, I'm here to pick up my son. So he goes inside of the house or whatever. He picks up the son, and then he's like, okay, and then leaves like puts him back, and he's like, all right, I'll be back next week to pick him up again.
Oh hell no, hell no. Oh my god. Like literally pick up and oh my god.
Yeah. See,
But
like
yeah.
with my kids, right? My kids obviously saw that I tried, right? That I
Yeah,
tried,
no, definitely. Oh
and
no, no, look, hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to
no,
cut
no,
you off.
no.
You know how
Okay,
you
okay.
said, you know how you said that cuando salían a comer, él le decía, oh, look at that girl. Like he was teaching him things that he shouldn't have, right? Well, his dad is a Puerto Rican, so the way he would talk, you know, he'd be like, where my ninja at? And I'm like, he's not your ninja. Like his name's Aiden. Like he just had a different vocabulary, like just different when I did all that. And I would be like, you know what? Between that and the back and forth, I was like, nah. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes they're just not meant to be there because they're gonna do more harm than good. But you know, Lily, you are a great mom and forever will be. Exactly. Like she
Maggie, I've known Maggie since elementary.
Yeah, that's awesome. And she knows your story, and like she's seen your testimony, she's seen how much you've grown and you've evolved, and you've become like this chingona, and like you just more affirmative. You know what you want. You're quick to block. You're quick to delete. You're quick to ignore. You're quick to leave because you.
You sound.
Oh, I put the little thing on the bottom. You know, that's good when you have people like that around that they see the growth in you. They're like, dang, like if she can do it, like anyone can. Pero todo
Because even like with my kids, right? Keep in mind when they put the restraining order, they put a 10-year restraining order. Okay, they took off the 1 year and put a 10, and then they modified it because he had told me, and I have those screenshots where he said, if you want me to help you, I need you to go and take off the restraining order.
I remember.
And there you go. I voy de pendeja, and I have those screenshots. So he can't say like, oh yeah, she took him because he did use that in his court. He used it like, oh, I'm a changed man. Like if I wasn't a changed man. Keep in mind, this is what he was fighting with the fourth baby mama. I'm a changed man. If I wasn't a changed man, like she wouldn't have taken off, you know, the restraining order. I'm sorry, if I would have known that you guys would have been going to court, I would have been like, baby, here, girl, here. I would have told the fourth baby mama like, here's this paper. You could use that where he's threatening me, telling me like he will only help me if I take off the restraining order. Like that would have been like, get. I'm sorry, you ain't no damn no change man. Like I'm sorry, you're not a change man. Because if you were really a changed man, you would sit there and be like, you know what, Luna, fuck you. I don't like you. Okay, what did I do to you? I'm finally stepping up and I'm fucking now being my person and now I'm fucking saying for what it is and I don't believe your shit because antes tenía la pendeja. Like for you to be like, you know what, Luna, like I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do, like the song says. But there's my cash out. I seen your post the same way that his fifth baby mama likes to watch my shit and likes to email me and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
There's my cash app. There's my Zelle. And he could be like, you know what? I don't fuck with you, but you know what? I know where your dad works. I know where your mom lives. I know now your Zelle. I know your cash app. So guess what? I'm gonna fucking give you to provide for my kids, right? Because again, as a changed man, you're gonna care for your kids. As a changed man, you're gonna want, you know.
Yeah.
But then now we're gonna go to court this month for child support. But homeboy owning a whole ass big old gray truck, a Silverado, fucking lifted everything, owning a barber shop, fucking going to Thailand to the like he went to the Philippines, he went to fucking Cancun, Acapulco. He took like 6 trips in 1 year, right? 1 year. But then you want to go tell the system, oh, I don't work and I'm getting food stamps and I'm getting cash aid and this and that. By all means, if you really needed that, cool. But you own a whole ass barber shop, my boy. You're making thousands. And you want to lie just because you don't want
the crazy shit. Not only that, but like karma's gonna get him. Where like tax evasion can jump in, like all this crazy shit because he's probably not reporting it.
No, he's not.
and like that's gonna come and bite him in the ass.
So when child support calls me telling me, because keep in mind the only reason how I found out is because child support called me. The social worker that's taking the case, she's the one that called me to tell me that she's like, oh, it went from 2,100 because that's what he was supposed to give me in the beginning, 2,100. Then she's like, it went to 150. Now it's down to 0 because he's saying that he's not making anything. And I was like, what the fuck? So then she ends up telling me, I ended up calling the next day, and then they had said like, oh, it's because he's saying this. I said, I have a whole last video of him fucking getting, what is it called? Getting interview talking about like he owns this barbershop and he's standing behind the barbershop and all this shit. Okay, November something, and they're like, oh, do you have it? And I said, I sure do. Slide through. Then I was like, oh, he drives this truck. Da, da, da. Do you have the license plates? I sure do. Slide through. Oh, I said he owns a barbershop. Da, da, da. Then they're like, oh, do you have his tax ID? Bullshit, whatever. I said, I sure do. Slide through. Like, my boy, I have paperwork since 2011
Yeah,
underneath.
you got
I mean, in a box. Like really? And then they're like, I said he works for the union, and that's where he stopped working. These certain days. They're like, do you have the paper? Like, do you know when was the last time he worked and where he works? I said, I sure do. Like, my boy, like you really want to screw your kids over? Like, to me, it's sad.
That's sad. That's sad.
So now they had sent me paperwork that they had requested him for his like taxes and all this bullshit or whatever. So now he can't say shit because I have those tax. I sent out the tax number that they need when doing his taxes. Wow. And I had all that. I have his taxes from 2012 through 2019. Like, I have all that.
You have everything. Damn, like no, there's no wiggle there. Like you see, if the judge like really pays attention and sees things, like I can just imagine. Like talk about current child support and back pay. Oh, he's gonna have to sell that truck. Just take care of everything.
And I just said, and I even had said, I was like, thank you, Veronica. I even had said, because they're like, oh, he's trying to buy a house. Well, guess what? Go buy a house, baby boy, because best believe I'm gonna go fucking put a lien on that motherfucking house.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm declaring it, and I'm praying over it. You're gonna get more than just that. You're gonna get like all that plus some, and just watch, because mira, todo lo que se hace en esta vida se paga tarde que temprano. Todo lo que se hace in the darkness comes out to light tarde que temprano, and we just gotta sit there and let God take the lead. We'll provide you with the information. It will come to you, and you just do things honestly and wholeheartedly, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all. It's like, oh man, it's like, I tell people this sometimes. I'm like, oh, like, you really want to fuck around and find out? Like, but then I'm like, you know what? I reach a level in my life where, like, it's okay, talk, do whatever. Like, todo sale. It's okay. Sometimes, yes, you have to remind people. Like, sometimes you have to, like, let's be real. You have to. Porque hay gente que se pasa de lanza. Like, because
So he said that he told his friends, and one of his friends actually had commented in that video.
Oh, hey, Letty. Hi, my love.
Talking about that he gives me apparently $500 a week. If he gave me $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month, maybe 25, depending on when he gave it to me. Because again, there's sometimes 5 weeks, like 5 Mondays, whatever, right? If you give me $500 a week, what's the difference between giving me 2,100 that you were bitching at to $500 a week? Does that make sense? Like, in that case here, I'll give you fucking 2,100 a month. What is $500 a week? What's the difference between that? There's really,
it's actually helping you.
400,
it's helping him because he's budgeting it instead of waiting at the end of the month when he has to take care of all his stuff, and at the beginning of the month he has to give you $2,000. Like, bro, I'm still working with you. Just give me $500 every month and save your dollar.
No. But he's telling people that he gives me $500 a week.
He's telling people.
Yeah. And his friend's the one that commented like, oh, he's telling us that he gives you $500 a week. Trust me when I tell you, if he was giving me $500 a week, I would not be struggling. I would not be struggling at all.
Yeah.
Why we going on vacation with $500?
Heck yeah. We're gonna go Rosarito. Let's meet up in
Like I would
Rosarito.
not be struggling.
I know. Trust me. I know.
Like
Trust
the
me.
fact that legit, like my house is empty because I have to leave. Like, are you kidding me? Like $500 a week. That's a little bit over 2 grand.
Yeah,
That's
that would
that's
help
my
you.
that's my rent there, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the rest because the rest would be on me.
Yeah. That
My
would be
bills
a big
my
help.
bills here have came up to 711 just on one bill because again I got 3 kids. Like I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like make it make sense.
I know.
Did you call my friend? No, I didn't call her. I didn't call her, Maggie. But like to me, it's just like insane. Where I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?
But that's what I'm telling you, girl, like one day you're gonna be like, pinche Angie es una bruja. Like watch, like it's gonna come back and it's gonna come back more than you could imagine, where like he's gonna have to sell that truck. He's gonna have to claim what he's making in that freaking barbershop. Like they're gonna be like, okay, you can manage all this. Okay, you owe her this much. And back pay, my guy. Back pay as well. Like back pay as well. Because it's gonna come back around. You just keep doing you and your kids and keep, keep pushing forward and todo en esta vida se paga karma. Like they said it, karma is a bee.
Hmm.
It is.
And it is because like I remember there was a time where I had told them like, dude, like leave and let me get the kids back. Like leave and let me get the kids back. Cause he and I said leave because he was supposed to go to jail. I said go to jail and let me get the kids back. This was back in 2020, right? And he was like, nah. He's like, well, you're gonna stay in this house and you're gonna be fucking bringing dudes left to right. When the fuck have you known me to bring dudes left to right? Even to my house, like even the fact that I've been by myself 5 years, you can't say, oh, I seen a guy in Luna's house that's like her lover. Like I've had friends, the group that I would hang out with or whatever the case is, but like other than that, you can't say like, oh damn, I seen Luna bring a guy into her house. Like there's never been that, right? So then when I told him, he was like, nah. He's like, well, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna bring dudes. And then I said, okay, I'll bring your sister to move in. Oh fuck no, she's another fucking hoe, blah blah blah, this and that. And I was just kind of like, okay then, if it ain't his business,
And like, and if
no,
you
no, no.
won't,
But at that time, Eddie, that was back in 2020 when I had told him, like, you go to jail, let me get the kids back. And then if you come back and we work out, we work out. You know what I mean? And that was just that. But then he was like, no, no, no. So then it just got to the point that it's like me and my kids ended up like having nowhere to live. When I ended up coming and I said, okay, like, fuck it, whatever, right? So the kids were obviously in the system. So I was sleeping couch to couch to couch to couch. So finally I got my apartment and my car at the time. And then that's why I say karma's a bitch, right? Because he didn't want me to stay at the house to work for my shit to get the kids back while he was in jail. And this is where karma comes, because this time around while he was in jail, the 6 months that he was in jail, he really thought he had a faithful girl. Like homegirl. So a week before he got arrested, homegirl like she started following me, right? And I said, me and you are not friends, girl. Like, why are you following me? So I blocked her. So when I found out that he got arrested, I went to my search, like my block list, and she wasn't there anymore. So I was like, okay, she deactivated her TikTok because knowing him, it was like deactivated because I'm gonna be in jail. I went and I looked at her Facebook because that's when I had already done a Facebook too. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look for her so I could block her. I couldn't find her. So I was like, okay, like she what is it called? She deactivated, whatever, right?
yeah.
So then I was like, okay, she doesn't have no TikTok, whatever, this and that, because again, he's in jail. Bye, Chris. He's in jail, right? March comes around. She messages me through email, and I said, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, me and you ain't friends. Like, you go do you. Like, just kind of leave me the fuck alone type. Because she messaged me to ask me, can I borrow your daughter to take her to Disneyland?
What?
So for 2 years, he wasn't giving anything or whatever. But now that he's in jail, you want me to let you borrow my daughter so you could take her to Disneyland. But I don't even know who the fuck you are because I only met you one time. And from what I know of you is that you a crackhead, you a hoe. And I know this because of the fourth baby mama, because the fourth baby mama did her research. I could care less about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then the fourth baby mama was the one that told me, like, oh, she's a crackhead, she this, she that, this and that, right? I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna, if I don't even let her own dad borrow her, what makes you think I'm gonna let you borrow her?
Oh no.
Like who are you? You open up your legs to him like you and you think you deserve me to let you, like, make it make sense.
No. No.
Right? So there's that, and then she's like, and I said, and the fact that you're blocked on my social media and you're emailing, and keep in mind it was the email that I have on my bio. Okay, I have it out here on my bio.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fact that you're messaging me, like, you know, and she was like, well, you're public, it's not hard to find. Okay, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. um June, I come to find out that she had a whole ass page since February or the end of January, like a few days after he got locked up. She made a whole ass page of her making flowers and stuff like that. And she was coming into my chat. She was looking at my stories because the bubbles would show. And I was like, who is this page? Like, they come into my chat, they don't comment, they don't tap the screen, they don't do the heart me. Like, who is this? I ended up like finally clicking her bubble because she was in my stories and it was her.
Oh
And
wow.
fun fact that she was actually one of the mods of one of the guys that I used to battle a lot. So I was like, oh, so you're throwing for this guy because she would throw for him. And I was like, oh, you're throwing for this guy. Homeboy is locked up. So you're using his money. And then, like, make it make sense. Then I reached out to one of the mods that I knew from that team. And she was like, yeah, she talks to him every single day. Like, she tells him everything and all this. And I was like, oh, okay. I love that. I love that. Homeboy's in jail. Homegirl over here talking to a dude every single day, telling him everything or whatever the case is. I'm sorry, but knowing this dude, it's like, because I doubt you will be, him being out, I doubt you would be on TikTok all day, and I doubt that you would be fucking messaging some other dude. I doubt that. So once I exposed her, whatever, she deleted her Discord, she deleted her Instagram, she deleted her TikTok. But then it's like, now that he's out, why don't you have that same energy?
Wow.
And I said, that's what I love. Like, you fucked your kids over because you didn't want, you thought that I was going to have dudes in my house, blah, blah, this and that. But now, like, I love the fact that Homegirl is using your money to throw for a guy here on TikTok. I love that she's using that energy to message a guy while your ass was in jail. The fact that she was pregnant and nobody knew because she didn't tell nobody she was pregnant.
Wow.
So, like, I love that. Like, that's your karma.
That's his
And that's why to me it's just funny because I always say, like, karma does come back.
Oh, it does.
Like, and that was yours, and like you really thought she was being faithful, like,
You're like, not my problem.
but just leave me. And the only reason why I'm addressing it is because again it was disturbing my peace. Like, I'm minding my business. You're coming into my page. You're coming into my bubble. You're coming into my space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go into your space and bug you. Like, that's just me. Even here on TikTok, I don't need to go into people's chats to go talk shit. Like, for what? Like, I'm in my bubble. Like, leave me here. I'm the type of person that you come into my chat, you talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit back, and I'm gonna block you. Goodbye. Continue doing you. People say, like, oh, she likes to talk shit and block. Yes, because you're coming into my bubble. You're talking shit. I'm gonna say my shit and block. Goodbye. I ain't got no time to hold up. Let me go message her and let me da 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 da. I done it to two girls.
Uh-huh.
And I always end up being the bad one. I'm like, the fact that I didn't even cuss you out, I just said respectfully, like, I ain't trying to mess with you. Like, I already saw how you are. Like, I'm good. And I always end up like the bad one. So I was like, here we are, you guys, living in like.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like, it's been a while, but when I would go live and somebody would try to come in there and say something stupid, I'm like, look, I'm gonna give you a warning. The next one, I'm gonna block you, and that's gonna be more work for you. Now you're gonna have to create another fake page to come on here and to look at my stuff. So either te portas bien or I'm gonna block you, because ain't nobody got time for that. Like, this is my page. I'm gonna post what I want to post. I'm gonna put what I want to put. Like, si te queda el zapato, well, that's on you. It has nothing to do with me, you know? But people are so quick to act dumb. And it's like, again, how old are we? What grade are we in? Like, we're grown ass adults. But
That part.
Pero, well, Luna, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta get my stuff ready for tomorrow. I gotta blow dry this hair because it's like it's cold. It's like wet right here because it's so thick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ya parezco pinche Mufasa. But
And I
it
hate
was
it when
nice
I
chatting
shower.
with you. I will send you the link to that coat, and I'll try to send you like a picture. Like the shirt is just a like a regular like bodysuit, but I'll give you some ideas, and then we'll keep in contact. Maybe mañana I'll jump on again. I gotta go to Seattle tomorrow. I gotta go take care of something, but I'll look out for your live and jump back in. It was nice chatting with
It
you.
was nice chatting with you, Angie. Cuídate.
And I'll
And
text
we'll
you my
talk
number.
soon.
I know you texted it, but I was so busy at work. I'll just text you.
Yeah. All right, then.
All
Pues.
right, my love. Take care. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Okay, we back. We back, you guys. We back. Okay, let's go back to our boring lives, you guys. That we like to just. What is everyone up to? What you guys doing? Who you guys screwing? What did you guys eat? You guys, I haven't even ate. Oh, I just realized that. I haven't ate. Ah, shit. I haven't ate, you guys. Oh, shit. David said that make a sandwich. David, I ain't got nothing to make a sandwich. I have carne. I made carne with tortilla and like the queso fresco, but I didn't eat it. Oh my God! What are you talking about? Not me getting restricted. You guys, we're gonna start this shit again. Restart it. I got restricted for smoking and tobacco. The fuck? I'll be back, you guys.